I got that. You have colon cancer. Oh shit, doc. Come here, give your brother some love right now. Fucking stage 3, dude. Goddamn. Thank you, Jason Taylor and ARPG Waffles. Remember Belle? Oh yeah, she's got a porno releasing tomorrow. God bless. He died. Oh, I said she's got a porno releasing tomorrow, but so does the guy inside it. It's a double wide surprise. He died at his home with his wife and family by his side. Okay. Okay. Alrighty then. Just. This is what everyone was doing, just like watching him go. Oh, fuck, dude. I love how, like, he's just like, I'm so done with this shit. Can I be dead already? Can I talk about, what, the pyro response? I guess I'll cover it. I'll touch upon it a bit. What the fuck? Oh, well, okay. Wait, I was like, what? Wait. I was like, oh, okay. Huh. Because he's in the Avengers, alright. It's like, okay. Got me for a second. I was like, ooh. Because like, okay, so you guys don't know it, but I watch a lot of fucking... I watch a lot of GTA 5, like, fucking FNAF fighting content, so this, like, just sort of, like, melts together. That's a little weird. Well, what? Wait. Hold the fuck up. Why is Flash in there? Wait, what the fuck? Why would fucking... Was his death so powerful the fucking universes collided? Like, you can understand Deadpool, obviously. What the fuck is Flash doing there? He looks so out of place, too. It's just terrible. You have no respect. You have no other respect. Oh, wait, what? Oh, cool. Hell yeah, dude. King T'Challa's driving on oncoming traffic, dude. Motherfucker don't give a shit. I love this content. This is like the greatest content you could ever find on the internet. Like, you can't... Oh, shit. King T'Challa's fighting the crackheads of Los Santos. Get ready, boys. Ah! Goddamn! Alright, so that was the magical side of this content. Now, I wanted to cover a couple things, alright? Somebody asked me about, like, fucking, you guys asked me about motherfucking the pyro response. Dude, I'm gonna be fucking real with you guys. I don't know how to really think about any of that. Like, obviously, like, I'm a little biased towards Pyrocynical, because I do enjoy his content. Like, I look up to Pyrocynical a bit, so it's, like, it's pretty fucking tough to really gather. So, honestly, out of that entire situation, all I can say is... Just make sure you know the age of people you're talking to in a very dirty manner on the internet. That's really all I can say, man. I mean, that's all I can really just fucking say about it, dude. Fuck. Like, I think that just comes with the territory. That's why I'm glad that I'm gonna die single one day. You know what I mean? Like, I know that sounds really fucked up to some of you. Like, I don't have, like, a girlfriend or anything like that. Listen, I'm glad that one day I will die single. You wanna know why? Because no one... I'm not going to cancel myself, right? You know what I mean? My right hand isn't going to cancel me. You know what I mean? Motherfucker, dude, I use this right hand every day. I've used this right hand through fucking November. So I don't really fucking care. Alright? This thing is cool as hell. And you know what? Some days, I wish I was a motherfucking virgin, alright? You know what I mean? Because I don't really give a shit anymore, dude. I'm happy. All right, I got my good friends. I got you guys. I got everything I ever really needed in life. And honestly, I'm just way too fucking busy for any of that shit, dude. So goddamn. But yeah, my right hand ain't gonna cancel me, dog. All right. Sometimes I use the left hand too. All right. You know, I like to split the load, so to speak. Right. So I know no matter what, this motherfucking shit ain't canceling me. It's what it means, dude. It's what it means, dog. Come on. So, what the fuck is this? Wait, what? Excuse, this is a speedrun response? It's a 20... Alright, boys. Wait, he didn't upload it on his main channel? Alright, fuck. Let's watch the response. So, for context, for those of you who don't know what's going on, Dream, who's, like, one of the fastest growing channels in the fucking world, alright, Dream basically sat down and, like, did a speedrun that was, like, some fucking world record breaking shit. And, like, literally Minecraft, like, fucking gods, okay? We're talking the fucking accountants of Minecraft sat down and fucking, called out a lot of fallacies to this, all right? Like, they basically put Dream on the fucking spot. So I guess I want to fucking watch this because I'm interested in it. I like Roblox drama. I'm going to... Minecraft drama as well. I think Minecraft drama is the one thing I'm excited about. One time I even debated starting a Minecraft drama alert channel. But I'm going to get ready, boys. Let's watch this. Let's see if my boy Dream can keep himself safe.
Probability. Probability is the measurement of how likely something is to happen. Recently, one of my speedruns that I did on Twitch has been analyzed by the speedrun.com volunteer mod team and deemed as improbable to a degree that is nearly impossible. So lucky, in fact, that they came to the mathematical conclusion that it had 1 in 7.5 trillion odds of happening. So...
Okay, alright, so this is the mathematical oddity that was observed, right? So 1.75 trillion. I'm going to say for the record, if Dream got away with this and he was the 1 in the 7.5 trillion... to put it more realistically, guys, he has less of a chance of getting this than he could literally win the lottery. You know what I mean? He could win a fucking lottery, like multiple lotteries. He has a higher chance of winning those things over this, right? So let's get to it.
Trillion odds of happening.
It's not like, but the thing is, it's not impossible. So remember, go into it with an open mind. The problem with this shit is that, like, he could have gotten lucky or he didn't. You don't really fucking know. So let's get to it.
They put out a video and a long document talking about it, and this is my response.
Yo, Leafy really fucking pioneered this fucking shit. This whole, like, transition before... Goddamn. Yes, before anybody fucking says, yes, I'm using a virtualized machine, okay? Alright, goddamn. So it includes professional statistical analysis, public access files, correlations to false information, new info, okay. Your wife keeps cheating on you? If your wife keeps cheating on you, brother, you should fucking divorce her and, you know, fucking give yourself some love, brother. Quotes from a practicing... No fucking way. You got an actual astrophysicist? Speedrun moderators? Minecraft does, okay. References, new independent expert report, MCSRT. What the fuck, man? This is like some fucking FBI, like, federal investigation, dude.
Now, I'm not sure if you realize how big of a number that is, but that is basically impossible. You have better odds of winning the lottery 3 times in a row. So ever since this math was done, I've had people spamming me, calling me a cheater, and insisting that there's nothing I can possibly say or do to refute the fact that I cheated. Now, every speedrun that I've ever uploaded on my YouTube channel is still verified and still on the leaderboards, including a 6th place run in 1.15, but the run that I did on my Twitch on 1.16 is no longer on it. Now, I plan on going over in detail each of these points later, but I want to summarize some misconceptions right at the beginning. 1, the only speedrun that was unverified was a 5th place run that I did on a stream a couple months ago, and all of the world record videos that I posted are still verified. One of the mods said, quote, "We have no reason to believe that any of the 1.15 runs are cheated." 2,
thank you, Allah. God bless.
The odds are wrong.
Can I just say for a second, this is taken way too fucking seriously. Like, I understand protecting the integrity of fucking speedrunning, but Jesus Christ.
Professional statistician with a PhD that is an active astrophysicist to write an analysis.
Wait, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. Go back for 1 second.
Summarize some misconceptions right at the beginning. 1, the only speedrun that was unverified was a 5th place run that I did on a stream a couple months ago, and all of the world record videos that I posted are still verified. One of the mods said, quote, "We have no reason to believe that any of the 1.15 runs are cheated." 2, the odds are wrong. I hired a professional statistician with a PhD that is an active
Okay.
Analysis. I'll be going over parts of that analysis today. 3, I did not delete any evidence, and I was doing everything I was asked to by the mods, and I actually have one of the mods on later to come and confirm that. And 4, not all of my 1.6.
How do you confirm that, though? How do you confirm you didn't delete a single... I just don't get it. It's so easy to fucking fake that.
Live streams were used for the data. Only the 6 luckiest...
I want to see him try to confirm it. So, okay. I'm going to walk into this from the assumption of somebody that knows his way around computers, okay? Like a computer scientist position. If he starts talking about, like, deletion of files and, like... I'm going to try to tell you guys how easily that can be forged.
Streams before those streams I did on 1.16, but they had below average luck and were not included in their analysis. I had the expert include these streams in a much smaller, separate analysis, which concluded that with these 11 streams included, the data shows, quote, "no statistically significant evidence that Dream was modifying the probabilities." So, now that we got the misconceptions out of the way, which I will go over later, the math. I'm not that good at math, and I'm sure a lot of you watching this may not be either, so I found somebody who is amazing at math and specializes in probability to help get to the bottom of it. Bill Nye, the science guy. Yes, you heard me right. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. A professor with a PhD that graduated from Harvard that's actually a practicing astrophysicist that is an expert in statistics and astrostatistics. After reaching out to this expert, he insisted that if he was...
I almost don't buy that. How much free Dream must have paid a fucking good amount. Dream must have given this dude a fucking juicy paycheck. For real, though. Like... Dream gave him a juicy paycheck, I have to say. Like, goddamn. I must agree
to release his findings regardless of if they made me look good or they made me look bad. Knowing that I'm innocent, I agreed. The mod team is a group of respectable people, but they're also young and a group of volunteers, so it's hard to fault them for making mistakes when compared to a full-time professional with a specific expertise in a field like this. After extensive research into the mod's math and the logic and reasoning behind this math, the expert found that the math was off.
Okay, there's something that I don't like about this video already in comparison. So this is my problem, right? Like, if you're making a video, here's the thing: you guys we're memeing, right? But like, this is supposed to be like a serious like take. Speedrunning is pretty serious business, right? For a lot of people who are into this shit, because there's a lot of effort put in towards. There's a lot of people who put their time, dedication, money towards optimizing a fucking video game, right? He could have just made this video without the flashy editing and the jokes, because it really takes away from the seriousness of it, right? Like, this is kind of his fucking what is the word I'm looking for? This is kind of his integrity on the line, right? Like, everything that he's been basically doing up to this point is kind of in fucking question. You know, this is kind of like up there with some GoldenEye shit. Like, this is, I don't understand the point of making it like fucking super flashy. Like, it just diverts attention, and I guess maybe like he knows that a majority of kids are going to be watching this, so they're going to be like, ooh, oh my god, flashy. Like, you get what I mean? It's pretty cringe.
In the description of this video, there's a link to a 19-page report written by this expert that is extremely detailed into exactly what they got wrong and why. I won't be going over it entirely in this video, but for the people more interested in the math, it's linked in the description. I will be going over what I think are the most important parts, though.
Okay.
First of all, the math was off by at least 7.4998 trillion. And the original number was 7.5 trillion. And like I mentioned earlier, this is a huge number. So it's also a huge number to be off by.
What?
On the screen right now is a representation of how far they were off by. Again, I'm sure the mods did their best, but when talking about someone's character and their image, making mistakes as big as this can be really damaging. After coming to an
Okay, listen, bro. You're not gonna get to the fucking finite line of this shit, okay? We're not connecting fucking quantum computers to isolate this nonsense, alright? It's as close as you reasonably can get. This comes off really fucking passive-aggressive. Let's just see this. This is too passive-aggressive.
The expert said this, quote, even in the worst case, the probabilities are not so extreme as to rule out any chance that Dream used the unmodified probabilities. The expert also said, quote, if you ask, what is the probability that anyone playing Minecraft has luck as good as Dream did during these 11 streams?
I agree, Phoebe. He's got some cash to blow, but you'd be surprised how much people make. Not in terms of unusual
success in the game, but that out of all of the Minecraft players, it was him who got this lucky, and he got this lucky while live streaming. But remember, this could not be counted against him, because he was investigated precisely because he got very lucky. I actually ran a survey where I gave 100 random people 2 options on what the number they talked about meant. Option 1, the odds of a top 1,000 speedrunner on video or stream getting the luck that I got. Or option 2, the odds of anyone doing piglin trades in Minecraft getting the luck that I got. Every single person out of the 100 said option 2. They, and probably you watching this based on the survey, figured that the mods presented the odds of this happening to anyone while trading with piglins. They didn't think that this was the odds of this happening to someone while speedrunning, being a top 1,000 speedrunner on stream or video. As a good example, pick a number between 1 and 10. Go ahead, right now, pause, pick a number.
Sure, 8.
Between 1 and 10. You had a 10% chance of picking the number 7 just then. Now, out of the millions of people watching this, there's probably quite a lot of you that picked that number, but there may only be a few thousand that are recording but also picked the number 7. And there may even be fewer of you that were doing a reaction to this or were live and also picked the number 7. That doesn't change the odds of you picking the number 7. It's still about 10%. But the odds of you being live and picking the number 7, now we're talking about 0.0001% or somewhere around there. Now, you can see why it might be misleading to say streamer had 0.0001% of getting this lucky, even though it's technically true. But it doesn't change the fact that you had a 10% chance of getting that number regardless of if you were streaming or not. In the words of the professor that wrote the document, quote, extremely low probability events happen at random all the time. If you consider, for example, every Minecraft player, then a perfect run, 2 out of 2 Ender Pearl trades and 7 out of 7 Blaze Rod drops probably occurs multiple times an hour. Considering all Minecraft worlds ever...
An hour? I mean, that's also relying on how many fucking people are running that exact same run at the same time. His numbers is just like, it doesn't make any sense. Dude, you had such a low rate to get that anyways, and now he's like chalking up to like, hey guys, we're like, what? I don't get that, because that's not really how it works. Okay, I understand that this shit can happen, but you also have to go with the assumption that like a relatively like massive amount of people are fucking running the speed run to that level, right? Which not a lot of them are, right? Like, you are a very select few group of people who are running the game in this specific way. Honestly, if this was true, Dream wouldn't be the first person to get this. This game is being run extreme. Okay,
ever played
sure,
in a multitude of ways in which luck plays a role. Even 1 in a trillion events happen daily. But that's not even getting into their actual math. That's just about how they presented it. The first thing that's wrong is that they did not correctly account for trade stopping. Basically, when you trade with a piglin, you trade until you reach enough Ender Pearls to then leave and go to the stronghold. When you get enough Ender Pearls, you immediately stop trading and leave other uncompleted trades. This is a quote from the expert's report. Quote, if the last barter in a sequence is always an Ender Pearl, because then the speedrunner leaves, then it simply cannot be claimed that all barters are fully independent and identical. Without identical independent barters, the binomial model is inappropriate. In order to prove that the trade stopping was important, the expert ran a simulation over 1 million times that shows that his model is far more accurate to how trading actually works than the model used in the report. Quote, the barter stopping simulation does indeed show that there are fewer barters required to get the desired number of Ender Pearls if you end immediately after an Ender Pearl barter. It also helps explain why charts showing Dream's bartering outcomes seem unbalanced with respect to Ender Pearls. They don't account for the fact that Ender Pearls are special because they are the goal of bartering. Accounting for this problem makes the odds extremely more likely. The expert says that, quote, this model has objectively a higher fidelity and thus a more accurate estimate of Dream's odds. However, another thing that's been used against me is that when comparing this lucky streak to Illumina or another popular runner, my streak of runs looks much luckier than, say, a streak of lucky runs they had. Again, here's...
Yeah, that's actually pretty true. So what I'm getting is he's made a separate model that is a bit more in his favor, but I guess it's also slightly more accurate. Sure.
Here's another quote from the
we'll look at the R statistics.
Quote, the low probability of Dream's runs and that Dream performed much better than other speedrunners should not be considered as independent pieces of evidence. They both indicate the same thing. Any lucky speedrunner chosen because they look lucky will look lucky when compared to other speedrunners. Not
what? So you're gonna look luckier than other people because you're by nature a lucky individual? No, go back. Look at this fucking statistic. This is the no. This is kind of bullshit, okay? Because what you have over here are like 3 other like-minded speedrunners. This is like a margin of error that makes sense. Like, if I looked at a graph, this makes sense. This is a fucking weird-ass outlier, though. Like, this is almost like... This is like a rate of growth. This is like fucking almost logarithmic. Like, if you created... Like, you know what I mean? This shit looks almost fucking logarithmic in scale. I don't get it. That's... what? Okay.
Should not be considered as independent pieces.
Maybe his model
they
assistant?
I don't know. Any lucky speedrunner chosen because they look
hold on, let's watch more of the video.
Lucky when compared to other speedrunners. Not to mention that a lot of speedrunners run constantly offline, including a lot of the top 5 times, and these runs are verified despite not being able to look into their RNG at all. Another thing that the mods got wrong were a few of the bias corrections. The mods claim that they biased everything in my favor and that the number they came up with was the lowest possible probability in my favor. One thing that they mentioned in their investigation is that they came up with the number 10 for the number of potential targets for a cheater to change. They also said that this was a generous exaggeration, as they could only think of a few. This confused me, so I asked them for a list. When I asked for the list of the 10 that they were referring to, they were unable to provide one, and they inferred that it was arbitrarily chosen. So I decided to come up with a list myself of all the possible targets that a cheater would try and cheat in speedrunning that have similar importance to blaze rods. I was able to come up with a detailed list of 37 different RNG targets that I believed were very comparable to blaze rods. I shared this list with a few speedrunning experts, including Illumina and Benix, and they seemed to agree that the 37 I listed were fair, and incredibly more accurate than the random number 10 that there was before. This was actually a recurring theme throughout the document. They would say a number and claim that the number was the most favorable number possible for me, and then use it in calculations, and then when me, other runners, or the expert expert would look into it, it would turn out that the number that they claimed was the best possible number in my favor was so far from it that it usually was actually the worst possible number against me. Another example of this is that they claimed that the formula they used would find the lowest possible odds in my favor, but the expert tested their formula on their own example of coin flips and found that their lower bound, or what they claimed to be the lowest possible odds in my favor, were actually twice as high as the actual odds of a coin flip streak, meaning the formula they used was extremely flawed against me, and it only gets more flawed when talking about.
So, okay, so as far as I'm gathering, and chat, correct me on this, the RNG targets that he's talking about are the items, the specific like items in Minecraft that you would need to successfully complete a speedrun, right? And these items, unfortunately, because of the random nature of Minecraft, these items, these 37 items themselves, are going to be like what's going to make or break your fucking thing, right? So the actual expert said that there were 10 items that they had to worry about, but he said there's just 37. Okay, and now what he also said, in amongst all this, is that the model that they were using was like, what, like over 50% ineffective to what he was doing. If that's the case, if that is the case, just to ask you, if that's the case, let's watch more of it, because it sounds like if he has 37 fucking RNG targets, there would be way more fucking permutations that would go up against him than just 10. What? Okay.
About lower probabilities. In the report, the expert says, quote, "The claim that the p-values given in the MST report are as favorable as possible is not supported by our investigation." The biggest problem that I have with this is that the way that the mod's document was written and presented in the video made me look as guilty as possible, while also putting into the watcher's mind that not only are these numbers right, but they are the best possible scenario for me. Even the numbers that the expert came up with are not the best possible scenario for me, and they are already way less than what the mods put. Obviously, the way that they phrased it makes me look really guilty, and it was something that they didn't even need to do because the numbers looked bad already. One thing that he says at the beginning that I think is notable in his report is that he says, quote, "Probability calculations are hard. There may not be one right way to do something. It is easy to violate some hidden or unknown assumption." What I take away from this is that when talking about a series of events and trying to calculate the probability of them,
I mean, in a game as random as Minecraft, yeah, it's really I actually have, I can understand
different methods
that.
are constantly debated in statistics, and that's the reason why a lot of times statistics are thrown out in actual court, because they can be misleading and lead to false convictions off of faulty statistics, even on accident. Probability is extremely complicated, and there are tens of thousands of things that you have to take into account when coming up with an accurate representation of probability, especially on a non-random sample. Although the analysis done by the expert shows that the odds are much lower than the odds of the mods presented, this was done in about a week, and I'm sure that there's a lot of other ways that the data can be interpreted and corrected to make it even more accurate. The expert even mentioned at the end of the document that there are possible corrections that can be applied that would reasonably bring the number down to 1 in a million or even lower. As much as I would love to debate math and statistics for the next 2 years, I'd rather just say, hey, here's what an expert said, take it as you will.
Okay.
On top of everything I've said so far, numbers can be really misleading. As an example, when you create a Minecraft world,
this feels like less of him providing accurate mathematics. Like, he just sort of flashes it up on the screen. Doesn't, like, he's giving us mathematical formulas and probability formulas, but he's not really applying it to an example. Can he show, like, I don't know. It just feels like this is more of a character attack on the people that called him out than anything else.
That random number created with it, the seed. That random number determines how your Minecraft world looks. That means that each different Minecraft world you've created had a 1 in 281 trillion chance of being that world. It gets even crazier when you start to combine the odds together. If you created 2 Minecraft worlds, the odds of you getting the first world and then the second world are so low that you cannot even calculate them on 99% of calculators. Yet, you obviously did get those 2 worlds in a row. No one can tell you otherwise. But again, that's misleading, but it's still true. Each individual seed has no significant importance, and you are going to get a Minecraft world no matter what. So it's actually not that significant. But the way that I phrased it made it seem significant because of how rare it is. Another different way that odds can be misleading is with the lottery. The odds of you winning the lottery may be 1 in 100 million, but with 100 million people buying lottery tickets, someone probably...
Okay, here's kind of a better example. Can we have a seed number from him? Does he give a... So he gives the world file. Okay, so he provides a seed with it. I feel like if you have a seed number...
more players that play Minecraft than
you'd know
play the lottery. You can compare this directly to Minecraft speedrunning, because with 100 million people playing Minecraft, tens of millions of people doing millions of piglin trades, someone will be the luckiest player in Minecraft, and someone will be the unluckiest player in Minecraft. Might be you, who knows? But the chances are that there are probably thousands of players that have experienced 1 in 100 million or more piglin trading luck without even realizing it. So now that we've established that numbers can be misleading and talked about where the mods went wrong with their analysis according to a statistical expert, I want to move a little bit off the numbers. Let's talk a little bit about the video. In Geosquare's video, he says this.
We asked Dream for his mods folder specifically so we could check for any modification, but he was unable to provide any evidence since he says he deletes the contents of his mods folder pretty regularly.
That obviously makes me seem very suspicious, except for the fact that I didn't ever say that. I provided the mods with every file they ever asked for, and I never said that I regularly delete the contents of my mod folder. Actually, the verification team was disorganized and never even asked me anything involving my mod folder until 10 days after the investigation started. They asked me if I had changed.
Oh, fuck me. All right. So it's pretty much like fucking he said, she said at this point. Shit.
I said, of course, because almost everyone changes their mods depending on what version they're using. They asked me for a list of the mods I used, and I provided a list. I did mention at another time that I had deleted specifically my 1.16 mod config folder because I didn't plan on speedrunning 1.16 anymore, but it was completely unrelated, and it was after the mods had already said that they didn't need the folder, and that a list of the mods would suffice. Geosquare admitted this mistake and added a small correction in the description, but I feel like that was a much bigger mistake than he made it out to be. How many people actually would have read the description and seen this correction? At this point, millions of people had already heard this mistake and were unlikely to see this very small correction. And a lot of people hung on to that as me destroying evidence and will never hear this response. So I decided to ask one of the official speedrun mods to come on my video and clarify. This is Wills, one of the official speedrun moderators.
As a moderator who has done 99% of the communication between Dream, I can confirm there's absolutely no hesitation to provide us what was needed. And Dream was never uncooperative during the investigation process as far as we know.
So past that, there's really only 3 major ways.
So now it just seems like the fucking investigation team that was on him is like really disjointed as hell. Like they made a really fucking solid video to pretty much like discredit the fuck out of him. And then all of a sudden, like, you've got fucking leaked agents coming out of that moderation team who are like, well, fuck, what the fuck? No, he didn't do, like, okay. It's just, I don't know. I don't get it. They were so adamant that he was one way, and now he's finding all these cracks in the system that are like, no, he didn't. What? Okay.
You can modify your Minecraft.
By the way, I know my audio is fine. I have a mixer, and it's giving me levels.
You can
trolling is,
you know, jar file.
We gotta get trolling higher than a fucking,
that I had my good run. I actually uploaded my world file to Google Drive
9 gig level.
You can see when it was uploaded, and you can see when any of the files within it were edited. This is all in the metadata of the file. This folder contains the data packs folder and also contains the startup logs that show what mods are loaded. Within
I want to download this. Alright, let's download this file. We'll fuck around with it, I guess. We'll just see what it's like. Alright, anyways, let's get back.
In the data packs folder, you can confirm that there's no data packs and that no data packs were deleted because it was not modified after the world was created. You can also see in the startup logs that the only 2 mods loaded were allowed mods and that there were no custom mods loaded. I don't expect you to trust me on this blindly, so I actually put the link and a tutorial to download it and how to see it for yourself in the description. On top of that, I was also able to upload my jar file that has been
How did he give the tutorial reviewing world data? So he gives a GitHub, upload the world data in front of the folder, and you can see the raw contents to the right and easy to use GUI on the left. Okay.
Untouched, both with modification dates showing that they were not changed or deleted after the run. Now, the mods never asked me for this file, so I only uploaded recently, but the modification dates are still there. With this, it can be shown that I almost definitely did not modify the game in any of the ways that were speculated. Although, of course, it's never impossible, and you can always find a way to do something if you want to.
Yeah, of course it's not impossible. What the fuck? So wait a minute. So his claim here is that if you look inside the metadata, it doesn't appear to be modified, right? Like the metadata isn't modified for these files. That's kind of fucking bullshit. All right, that's actually, I don't know. Let me tell you why this is total fucking bullshit. Okay. If you really want to modify these files and all this data and everything, right? It's not impossible for you to actually modify the data file. You can actually modify this metadata again with relative ease over. There's nothing stopping him from even simply changing the hardware clock, the timing on his computer to match a certain time that he wants to reflect on the modification, and then modify the file, and that's what's going to reflect going further, right? Like, you could do enough computer forensics, but he's gonna get away with this. It's not that fucking difficult. Like, what he's trying to say, it's like, this is not the hardest thing in the world. Like right now, okay, literally I unzipped his files onto my system. Like already, like on a surface level, his date's like, it's a modified file. Everything's out there, right? Like this is literally 12/13/2020 as much as I've modified. My system modified these files coming out, right? Now, obviously over here, before the file was unzipped, let me give you a good example, right? Like when I unzipped this to my desktop on my VM right here, you can see how it like altered the date to reflect today, 12/23, fucking 2020, right? On his files, all right, it literally still has the original date of the modification, right? And the reason it's doing this is because this is currently read-only, right? So we're not modifying, we're not doing shit right now. Does it make any sense? So all of this is literally 10/9/2020. You don't have, like, like, this as a point is intentionally bullshit because it's so easily debunked and it's so easily beatable. Like, this doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any real sense, to be honest with you. So I don't really fucking get this point, truth be told. Anyways, let's get back to the video.
Obvious ways to do this.
I mean, there's obviously way more to it, but like just right there, that's like the, you know.
So the first thing that I want to say before
weird
going
dead
into
giveaway
specific
on
subjects is to please not send hate to anyone involved. I already apologized on Twitter because I had said some rude things to the mods after the video was released, and I really don't want to send hate to anybody. I responded incredibly.
Why didn't you put this message in the first one? You know your fucking viewer retention isn't going to be like 14 minutes high.
Maturely at first because I was angry and I really do regret my response. But I would think that the average person being falsely publicly accused might react in a similar way. I don't know. I'm very competitive, so being called a cheater just really set me off at first. But now that that's out of the way, in the video, they used the logs that I mentioned before to show that I had Fabric API loaded, but they didn't mention that it showed that nothing else was loaded. They also alluded to the fact that I'm suspicious because I used Fabric, a mod loader. But Fabric is used by more than half of all of the top runners on the leaderboard. And actually, I would have much preferred using Optifine, where you can't use mods. And I did, until they banned...
What? What is he talking about? What do you mean you can't use mods on Optifine? What? Yeah, you can. This is no difference. I've used Fabric and Optifine. There's no fucking real difference. What the fuck kind of a bullshit response? Yeah, I use Optifine because, you know, Optifine itself... What?
From speedruns and told people...
Are you serious? Yeah, I'm pretty sure... wait a minute. No. So, okay. Optifine can be installed in two ways, right? You could use Minecraft Forge, which is typically how I do it to also install other graphical mods. What he's probably talking about is downloading the jar file for Optifine, launching the jar file, because Optifine is basically like an installer. You can use Optifine. You can like throw it in with Minecraft Forge as a mod, or you can like overwrite so that's fine. I think it's okay over there. But I don't know if that's...
to use Fabric instead. So I switched to
It's
Fabric
not hard
because
to
I had
attach
to,
mods.
and then I was called suspicious because of it. You can actually tell that I would have preferred to stay on Optifine because I ran 1.15 live shortly after these runs, where you can actually use Optifine, and I was using Optifine, not Fabric. Matter of fact, in one of those 1.15 runs during that stream, I almost broke the world record on a version that doesn't have piglin trades, and also on a client that doesn't have an option to add mods. So I don't think that the way this was phrased in the video is a fair way to put it. But another thing is that Geosquare said in the video that Fabric API was a mod creation tool.
The Fabric API, a mod creation tool.
Which is just extremely misleading. It's a required mod for almost every single mod in Fabric. So much so that a lot of people think that you need it for every mod. And I was actually asked by the mods if I thought that. But they didn't mention that in the video. And yet again, they use this to make me look suspicious. He also uses the logs and shows them on screen as proof that I had Fabric API loaded. But again, he doesn't mention that it doesn't show any other mods loaded. And that's called cherry picking. Using the facts that support your claim as evidence, but ignoring any facts that go against your claim. If they were being completely fair, he should have presented the fact that this log showed that there was...
So... You provided the... I mean, all right.
Mods, but it would weaken their argument, so...
Seems a little passive-aggressive.
And this is a recurring theme.
Very passive-aggressive,
He says a lot of things that might be...
This is very passive-aggressive.
He says them in a very misleading way that would make a reasonable person think that I look guilty. I'm sure there's a chance that one of you or your friends saw that video and went, wow, Dream deleted evidence because he's guilty. And that's my biggest problem with the way that they handled this. I don't blame them that much because they're a team of volunteers, mostly consisted of young people, and everybody is bound to make mistakes, especially when you're younger.
Dude... It's like 30 seconds of fucking... I mean, yeah, you're pissed, but like... hear some of the language. Like, they're usually young people. I mean, that when you say you're usually young people, it's like pretty much telling the audience, like, yeah, disregard whatever the fuck they say. I don't know, man. The problem with a lot of this is that, like, everyone wants to argue over this fucking log file, right? Can we just be goddamn real about this? Who's to say the log file wasn't modified before? I mean, dude, the problem with all of this is every piece of evidence that has been provided has been so fucking tampered with that you can't figure out if it was modified, or, like, you know, if somebody fucked it up in the middle, or there's just so much here that's missing, right? There's just so much here that, like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's like, no matter what these guys do, they will never give absolute evidence for one side or the other. So now that we get to the point where it's like this passive aggressive, you know, sort of like, you know, fuck you, you're wrong, I'm right type of shit. It's just no.
Including me. But when you're calling into question someone's character, you really have to be careful what you say. The official owners and admins of speedrun.com, which run the leaderboard, made a statement that the video was, quote,
should you wait for a PC for Yakuza? I'm playing on PS4, so
communications by
PC's
the game moderation team to the community, which I completely agree with. I wish that the mods would have remained more neutral and just presented the facts, because that's their job as moderators. And I just want to say here that at this point, I don't care if my run is verified, and I'm not resubmitting or appealing the fact that it wasn't. As much as I may disagree with it, I've never really cared too much about leaderboards, and I wasn't even planning on submitting any 1.16 runs because I was just playing for practice and for
Rob's
fun.
a good guy.
I mean, I was streaming on my Twitch, and that's
I like
why I didn't
Yakuza.
upload any
Yakuza's a
1.16
good
runs to my YouTube
thing.
channel.
I started
Regardless
playing
of
it
the
years
fact
ago
that
with
the
Zero.
7.5 trillion odds
Fell
are
in love with the
incorrect, I still
franchise.
had a very lucky streak, something you probably wouldn't
Somebody
expect
keeps
to see in a
saying
small
Dark
community
Viper
like
AU's
Speedrun. You
video.
would expect to see it in Minecraft overall, but
I
it's
guess we'll
much
see
less
it.
likely to happen during a speedrun. So for that reason, I understand completely why the mods were skeptical, and I respect their decision not to verify the run. I'm upset that the video was made and how it was made, and that there's a lot of people that will probably believe that I cheated and never get to see this video countering it, but I don't believe that the mods were being intentionally malicious. I believe that the reason this was handled poorly can just be attributed to the fact that I have a huge channel and they're not used to dealing with that, so they obviously did quite a few things differently than they usually would. Now that I've pretty much talked about proving every possible way that I can about why I didn't cheat, I want to talk about something a little bit more serious, which is just related to bias. And again, even though I'm expressing this, I don't want to send any hate to anybody, and I believe that the mod team is full of very respectable, honest people. But I made some claims early on that I felt targeted and that I thought that the mod team was biased, and a lot of people were upset with that because they couldn't see how they could be biased. I just want to share my point of view because from my perspective, maybe you can understand why I reacted the way that I did. First of all, the Speedrun.com Minecraft Bedrock Edition team, which is a similar team to the one who worked on this, but for Bedrock Edition, completely banned me from ever submitting an official run.
Well, I mean, fuck, if you're already brought this hard into question, man, that's like a fucking natural
before
reaction.
This happened, without giving a single reason why, other than that they don't like me. And I have never even played Minecraft Bedrock Edition or done a single speedrun on that game. But I'm still banned, and I have yet to be told why. Obviously, this didn't give me as much confidence in their sister team, Java Edition, giving me fair treatment. However, I don't think that the actions of the Bedrock team reflect on the intentions of the Java team. Another thing, though, is that while the mods were looking into my 1.16 run, a lot of the official speedrun verifiers were saying incredibly disrespectful things about me, about my fans, and essentially harassing me, which obviously led to me saying some things that I regret saying, but I'm sure.
Oh man, dude, we're getting to the the entire video. Okay, dude, the entire video. I have to say, like, 5 minutes out of this whole video are like truly about this whole situation. A grand majority has been losing me because it's literally about fucking trying to discredit and like demean the. I don't fucking get it, dude. You know the fucked up part about this too? Is that this is how you know this is how you know, like, it really got to him, right? You know what anyone would have done in his situation with his following? They wouldn't have fucking responded. They wouldn't have given a shit. Do you know how many fucking massive dislikes and comments were being tossed into his like? Here, I'll show you guys real quickly, okay? This is how you know he didn't need to fucking do this shit. This is how you know he didn't need to do. All right, if you go to his fucking channel, all right, if you go to his channel real quick. All right, main channel. We go to the videos tab, right? All this bullshit. Click on the latest one.
This video,
bro. 1.8 million likes to 36,000 dislikes. That might seem like a lot, brother. 1.8 million. No one motherfucking cared. No one cared. Entertaining AF. Literally 99% of people will read. God bless you always. Anyone else wondering why he isn't posting? I feel like Dream speeds up this stuff a little, but it's probably just the cutting out of the clips that make that happen. No one gave a fucking shit. The only people that fucking cared were the very, very tiny amount of people like us and everyone else on the internet, okay? Why do you think he didn't upload this on a fucking main channel, all right? No one fucking gave... Dude, literally, we are a very tiny fucking fraction about that, all right? I'm going to be real with you. People cared on Twitter. You know what else people do on Twitter? Waste their fucking lives. All right, Twitter means jack shit at the end. What happens in Twitter stays in the black hole of Twitter. Okay, this is why Twitter shit is stupid. When you get canceled on Twitter, it doesn't fucking matter. No soul outside of Twitter gives a shit. And if anybody cares outside of Twitter, holy fucking shit, man. They have just as sad of a life as you could fucking expect. It really doesn't fucking matter. All right, at the end of the day, he didn't need to, but he did it. He did it because fucking manhood was hurt right here. Let's be real.
Sure that anyone can understand why that would be frustrating. Before all this, I tried to be extremely friendly with the mod team, and I helped them catch many cheaters. There was actually a point a few months ago where I was in a call with a bunch of them doing basically a PowerPoint presentation with proof that the world loading screen can prove one of the top runs is fake, and that run ended up getting unverified because of it. So I'm definitely no opponent to getting rid of cheaters from leaderboards, and I do my best to
call that Lucid because sounds like you making stuff up.
I had my doubts about the way that the investigation was being done. And I was really stressed about it because I was almost completely left in the dark and I didn't know what was happening. And everything that I did here didn't really make me feel super optimistic about them doing a good job. One of the mods, who asked me not to name them, frequently said things that led to me having doubts about the investigation. Quote, everyone was still discussing whether the decision was right 10 minutes before the video was published. And also, quote, they were just yelling at each other to finish faster. That same mod told me after the results were released, quote, I don't believe at all that you cheated. And also, quote, I'm probably going to be quitting the mod team. There are only about 10 or so active moderators that were involved in the investigation as far as I'm aware, and this was one of them. And I'm sure that anyone could understand why it would be reasonable to doubt the decision if I'm being told this by one of the moderators. I really worried about what was going on behind the scenes because of this, and this occupied most of my stress. And this isn't really important to the math, but it's definitely important to how the math is interpreted. If the mod team was biased against me, they would be more likely to make mistakes against me, like misquoting me or using incorrect formulas, because the small details wouldn't matter as much to them, even if they wouldn't do it on purpose, which I'm sure they...
This is just a fucking discredit. It's like, yeah, fuck these people, okay? They're wrong, all right? They're fucking... The mod team is biased against me, whatever. All right, cool. You know what? He's probably... He could have a case about that, but that's not hard proof, all right? Let's just stop the video. I can't sit down over here. I can't fuck with it. Whoever his expert is an astrophysicist from fucking Harvard, PhD, all that shit. So let's go look at this shit. So this is our statistics, which is... Jesus fuck, man. Dude, that's a 4,300 upvotes. And everything over here is just like, whatever, dude. Let's go look at that. All right. Oh, it's a locked thread. Paper mentions using 5 other streams. However, the paper doesn't state whether the 5 previous streams running on 1.16. His stream has stated that he does not like speedrunning 1.16 in particular, as the focus on RNG was a large annoyance to him. It wouldn't make much sense for the paper to mention the previous 5 streams if it wasn't the same version of Minecraft for him to achieve. Unless I'm missing something else, piglin trading bartering is specific only to 1.16 plus, which the section discusses alongside the blaze rods. So... Alright, I'm not too sure where Dream pulled the other 5 streams, to be honest, and the paper admits there has been and has taken streams face value, which are questionable at best. Okay, let's just filter this out. Oh, it is the best, okay. It is the best. What the fuck are they, what are they going on about? They were running on 1.6, bartering, however, only the last seems unlikely to be 5 normal looking streams and 6 streams that look like he was cheating. I watched both streams and Geosquare's video on the topic, and honestly, as much as I'd like to say that Dream didn't cheat, I'm very lost to the moment, haha. I'm not a statistician or a person that is remotely good at math, and I don't know if anyone will even see this comment, seeing as how all the other Dream stands are coming on here and mass downvoting people who are just providing more insight. But could anyone in simple terms, for my Neanderthal ass brain to understand, explain to me what the top comment here is saying? Alright, so here's like the fucking long post. Let's look at this shit. Let's look at the intellectuals on Reddit. Oh, it's a little zoomed in. So one of the primary arguments that the new paper makes is that the previous paper handled its data wrong because a speedrunner stops once they get 10 to 12 pearls. An analogy would be like if you flip a coin and stop when you get 1 heads or 2 tails, and you play the game 100 times. Can you do better than 50% at getting heads? At first, it seems like you can. Because in the first flip, if it heads, you got 100% heads. Otherwise, you flip again and either get 50% heads or 0% heads. Okay? So that makes... Okay, so you'd expect on average to get 75% heads, 25% tails when you play the game. And then you say, oh, I'll flip the coin 100 times, and on average, I'll get 75 heads because I'll tell myself I'm playing this game. This is essentially what the new paper is claiming behind fancy jargon. The issue is, on the times you lose tails, you're tossing 2 coins. If you play the game 100 times, you expect the total number of heads and tails to be about equal, even though you can play the game and flip more than 50% heads on average. The same applies to piglin bartering. You stop after you get 12 pearls, which means on average, you'll get lucky with your trades within a single trade since you stop sooner if you get lucky. But because you keep doing trades for longer, if you are unlucky, it exactly counterbalance, and so we should expect the speedrunner's drop rate over a course of the time of the stream to be the actual drop rate. Okay, that actually is like really... Huh, okay. Alright. Motherfucking... Alright, that actually made enough sense over here. So, Jesus... They're really fucking deconstructing this new document to look like just fluff paperwork, and Jesus Christ. Highlights from the statistic thread. Yeah, this is the same one that we read over here. Well, fuck. Oh, look at the comments. Oh, yeah, I will, of course, trust a 17-year-old and his over someone with a PhD in probability. Oh, man, he just had to say he had a PhD, and that's fucking enough. Ah! All right, you guys keep saying Dark Viper AU. So what did he do? I feel like I heard that name before somewhere. I feel like I heard the name there somewhere. Fuck me. I don't know. Watching Dream's performance art, his cheating. Oh man, he uploaded 2 fucking videos in like a span of an hour. This is some like Optimus energy right here. Well, shit. Oh wait. He speedruns. No, I'm gonna figure it out. GTA, yeah, he speedruns like Grand Theft Auto and shit. Well, it says right there too. He's like the top speedrunner of it too. That's kind of crazy. Okay.
So I'm very tired right now, but I'm going to give you a glimpse into my mind when I was making the first, second, and third Dream video. So the first video I made, just thinking it would be a standard ramble, that 20,000 people would watch it, and like I left it with like the default.
I don't think this is the one. I gotta watch this. The 30 minutes?
Dream released a video responding to the allegations. I watched the video.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna be done with this. I'm pretty sure it's all gonna go down to this Reddit post that we literally just read right over here, this highlight. I'm gonna be honest with you, read this over a few times in your head and it really starts to fucking make sense, okay? Now I'm gonna leave my final here thing, okay? I'm gonna leave my final like sort of just take on this bullshit. Okay. This is in my opinion, not that fucking serious. However, if you're a speedrunner, I totally understand why you're fucking pissed. For someone like Dark Viper AU and every other speedrunner to, you know, sort of get on this and give Dream a fucking rough time, it's understandable. You know, speedrunning is a tough fucking art to perform, right? Like, can we understand, like, if you're a speedrunner, it's really fucking hard to be the best at what you do, because when you're playing these super popular games like Minecraft, like GTA 5, like Pokemon, or like fucking Mario, you are literally trying to shave off like fucking, at this point, milliseconds off of a fucking run. So when some dude comes in and like fucking succeeds, makes a shit ton of money, but the ultimate like meat of their fucking success, it comes into question. Yeah, I can understand people getting fucking pissed for sure. I think that Dream's response, while he provided a lot of numbers and everything too, reading this Reddit post really puts a lot of shit into question for me. It really just sort of like like, this is a very accurate way of fucking assessing it, right? And at the end of the day, you can't fucking prove anything one way or the other, right? Like, you can't prove anything 100%. So really you get to a point where it's like, it's just like, if you've already made up your fucking mind, you've already made up your mind. And I think that's where everyone is at this point. So, like, is this going to kill Dream? Never. No. Fuck no. Dream's going to upload another video and just be fucking fine with it. However, though, that's pretty much it. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of shit that invalidates a lot of this nonsense too. Like if you go back to this statistics thread is pretty much all you need. You know, Harvard's and students' analysis took into account every possible... It wasn't a student, by the way. It was like an actual graduate of the last 2 years. Making this calculation represented completely different probability. Like, here's one right here. Hello, whoever wrote that is deliberately manipulating numbers and... Oh, here it is. This is something we can read. Edit to Hello Brigadiers. Executive summary. Whoever wrote that is either deliberately manipulating numbers in favor of Dream or is totally clueless despite having working experience with statistics. Familiarity with the concepts is clearly there, but they are misapplied in absurd ways. Oh, shit. Okay. So he's talking about the new document that the Harvard motherfucker did. The abstract has problems already, and it only gets worse after that. Huh. The original report accounted for bartering to stop possibly after every single bartering event. It can't get finer than that. So he's okay. Adding streams done long before to the counts is clearly manipulative, only made to raise the chances. Yes, you can do that analysis in addition, but you shouldn't present it as the main result if the drop chances vary that much between the series. If you follow this approach, Dream could make another live stream with 0 pearls and blaze rods and get the overall rate to the expected numbers, case closed, right? Edit. 1 in a billion events happen every day. Edit. I wrote this based on the introduction. Further down, it became clearer what they mean by adding earlier streams. And it's not that bad, but it's still wrong in a bizarre way. Yes, because there are billions of places where 1 in a billion event can happen every day. It's odd to highlight this repeatedly. All that has been taken into account already to arrive at the 1 in X trillion number. Ender Pearl's version model because the last part is independent. Okay. That is such an amateur mistake that it makes me question the overall qualification of the... What the fuck? What the fuck? Fucking system shut down. Wait a minute. Let me I know that I'm still live because I'm on a separate... I know I'm still... Yeah, I'm still live there. I can't read anything you guys are saying. Hold the fuck up. Okay, wait a minute. Wait just a goddamn minute. I need to fucking... Did I get fucking hacked or something? What the fuck? No. Of course not. That's just me saying it to intrigue you guys as to what the fuck is... Hold on a second. Okay, system CTL, journal XB. Okay. Everything's fine, so no init failure. Okay, reboot. Motherfucking Genshin Impact do this? What the fuck? Wait a minute. Huh. Okay, hold on. Sudo verse edit 10. Control hypervisor. Okay. Okay. Pretty good, pretty good. Ah, fuck you! Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Let me delete this fucking bullshit game off the computer. Alright. Goodbye. Fucking weird Chinese video game that clearly Is there some... Dude, what? What the fuck kind of... Is this a goddamn anti-VM measure? That's really odd. Yeah. I think... So I can't read the chat right now. However, I see the alert. Merm became a sponsor. Somebody said it was Roblox hackers. Guys, it's no Roblox hackers. This seems to be an entire virtualization crash right now on one side. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm just deleting some video games right now. For instance, I'm deleting Valorant, Vanguard, and Genshin Impact just to make sure that everything works. It seems as though that I had mitigations. So if you don't know, obviously those are level 0, like those are fucking ring 0 games with like anti-cheats that permeate to a kernel level. I've been running mitigations on these VMs to even game. And it seems as though something must have tripped and it completely blanked out the fucking VM. Like, it actually killed not just the VM, but everything all the way down to the Linux hypervisor. And that's actually really fucking scary. Simply due to the fact that I had to check if something was modified. So what I was doing right now, to make it sound less boring than it actually is, was I was just checking log files. The log files came back pretty fucking clean. So nothing is modified. I don't have my files stolen. Everything's all good. I had to re-image a new virtual machine. So what I did was I built a new VM really quickly, and I passed this hard drive over there with a snapshot of just a I don't know, with like just making sure that it worked at least, right? So it's as far as I know, it's a VM that works. I have to re-sign into a bunch of different things because I think the authentication in a lot of these programs fucking broke. So just give me one more minute. I'm just signing into this fucking bullshit. Let me see. I have authorization tokens on my phone. Fucking hell. Unlock. Yeah. Biometric unlock. It's actually really fucking weird. No. Here it is. Okay, nobody can see this. What the fuck, man? I'm looking at fucking Minecraft drama and like I get fucking cut off by like some weird internet shit. Alright. It's not a big issue. I'm safe. Fuck these nerds. There it is. Go live. And I'm back. All right. So, I am alive and I'm healthy and I'm safe. My computer is just fine. There's no fucking issue. Long time, my friend from Canada as well, buddy. Thank you, buddy. I can read the chat now, ladies and gentlemen. If the Roblox hackers did that shit, I am actually very fucking impressed. So, that's cool. But now we're back to a virtual machine again, and a virtual machine that I remitigated, so... I don't even think it was that. I think it was maybe something else. I just literally only could point it to that one, like, fucking... Maybe there was, like, some weird driver or some shit. It could easily be the graphic card, man. It could easily be this fucking graphic card that I'm using. The RTX 3090 is also a fucking bastard to work with, man. But, so... We're back to it. We're back to it. We're back to it, boys. And let me do... a NDI scan converter. Yeah, I need the scan converter tools. So let's try this. Okay. First off, do not do that. Send this. Ooh, 1, 2. What is the the third one would be a television that I have it outputting to. Disconnect that. Isolate this as the main display, please. Thank you. Alright, let's move all this potential, like, hentai to this monitor so you guys don't fucking see it. I don't even know if it's hentai. I've got some fucking... I'm just hoping that I don't have, like, a... Okay. Alright, that didn't really work. But I can confirm there is no hentai in all this. So I helped out. NDI source. Don't fucking. Oh.
Ew. That's gross.
Can I have my graphic card back, please? It won't work. Oh, here it is. I got my graphic card. I was on Intel HD graphics on the other side. Number 2, identify. Remove that, please. No, keep 3 as the main. I hate fucking Windows 10, dude. Alright, still working on the rabbit video. I am, but like, so there's an interesting thing with that video. I actually have lawyers involved on that video. And if you know anything about lawyers, is like, you give them a lot of fucking money, and it's going to take them some time to truly tell you what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not, because this has caused me some, I'm not going to say stress or anything, but when you start getting like, when you start, I don't know, when you stalk me to the life where like it, I don't know, I'm just not tolerating it, you know, it's not really my thing, so I have to, I don't know, man, it's hard. Ugh. Don't tell me I have to use this fucking monitor, man. I don't want to use this goddamn monitor. 3. What is 3? Advanced display, RTX 3090. Slap that up to 120. Motherfucker! I hate Windows 10, dude. Windows 10 is a fucking dog shit, terrible operating system, and I swear to God, it was probably it was designed by motherfuckers who licked Satan's asshole clean. Fuck Windows 10, dude. Fuck Microsoft and fuck Windows 10 for all it's worth, dude. I hope one day Windows 10 just fucking eats a goddamn dick and just drops off the face of the fucking earth. It's not gonna happen. But dude, Linux is like a million fucking times better than this garbage, alright? Fuck Microsoft. Fuck Windows 10, alright? I don't care what anyone says. If there's a goddamn Windows fan in the fucking chat who's like, how dare you say anything wrong about Windows, Muta? Windows fucking saved my life, alright? You can eat my ass, bro. Your choice of operating system is fucking dog shit, and I should be able to fucking shame you wholeheartedly for it, okay? Windows is fucking bad, alright? Windows is a terrible fucking operating system. It really is, man. It really fucking is, dude. We are back. We are back, brothers. So you guys want to see some real fucking drama? Way bigger than the fucking Minecraft shit? I'm gonna show you something right now. Roblox. Dude, this made me fucking blow my load. Dude, this made me blow my load. You guys want to see something fucking hilarious, dude? Look at this shit, dude. Look at this shit. You see that, boys? You see that? Some ordinary gamers exposed. He's a racist, and he hates Lisa Gaming Roblox. Fucking love the internet, dude. I honestly just fucking love the internet. It's the greatest fucking invention ever created by mankind. And I don't know. We'll never be able to match it. Let me just hear something. Okay, it's NDI audio source. System audio.
Roblox.
Okay, that works out just fine. Can I get system audio again?
Could you would be like,
There, perfect, we got it, so. Alright, boys, Mutahar is a racist, dude. Now, this is obviously a troll channel, but I kind of wanted to watch it because it's fucking hilarious. And it made me laugh. Made me laugh? Get bad.
Hey everyone, it's Olivia's Codes here. Today, I'm going to be talking about why this Roblox YouTuber is
Yo, I'm a Roblox YouTuber, dude. I'm a Roblox YouTuber. That's gorgeous, dude.
racist. Make sure to stay to the end of the video so you find out who's racist. Want to win tons of free Robux? Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the post notification.
Isn't this like a scam? You don't win Oh, this is fucking definitely a goddamn fucking scam. Holy shit. Yo, you can get your video removed for this shit, dude. You can get your video removed for that shit, let me tell you. Like 2 fucking violations, bro.
Bell. Once you've done all that, make sure to comment your Roblox username and why you think you deserve to win Robux, and join my Roblox group. I'm giving away tons of Robux. Make sure to join the group and buy my merch.
Wait, what's the merch look like? Oh man. Oh man, dude, that sound like that's some abortion tier merch.
So you guys might be wondering to yourself, who is racist? That's like so not cool. Imagine being racist in 2020. So
couldn't be me.
I have the answer for you guys. His name is Mutahar.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh fuck. Muhara, dude. It's so close to saying Mufasa right there.
Tara,
it's the best part.
Racist. I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but he goes by
Yeah, to like Google the name
like
up.
some
More
ordinary
unprepared.
gamers. So I was actually on Twitter, and this is how I found it out. So I was like, you know, minding my business, standing Lisa Gaming, and this racist goes after Lisa. It says, "Bro, literally Roblox is the gift that
Damn straight, dude.
keeps on giving." LOL.
There's nothing wrong with that statement. There's literally nothing
Making
wrong
fun
with
of
that
Lisa
statement.
Gaming, like what the?
Solar Loki, like, sounds like a guy trying to do the Valley Girl. New name is Muhara. Video's too good. Muhara. Thank you. Go Kinja. Konnichiwa,
What's wrong
Muhara-san.
with you? Mufara? More like racist. Stop going after women because you're like sexist.
It's like 2 fucking is in the same one, dude. It's crazy. It's like first your man is sexist. Then your man is... No, first you're racist. Then you're sexist.
It's so
dude.
ridiculous. You feel the need to go after her because she's a Biden supporter. We get that you're a neo-Nazi, but like it's...
No! No! Hard Zodia! What a fucking leap! It's like first you're a racist, then you're a sexist. It's like you know how they have those like verbose memes, right? Like with the rapper verbose memes. You guys know that shit? Here, I'll show you guys this one, right? No, wait, what's the WWE meme where the fucking Vince what? Yeah, this meme. This is the one. This is the one right here. Will the image just fucking pop up now? Yeah, it's like this meme, right? Like fucking, like, it's like you got the racist, you got like sexist, fucking neo-Nazi, dude. Whoa, fucking. Okay, dude. Okay.
so ridiculous.
Shit, man.
Make sure to leave a like if you want more videos like this. That's all for you guys. Peace out.
Well, clearly 31 people also wanted the fucking funniest videos imaginable.
Hey everyone.
Oh fuck, man, this is hilarious. What else is the video right here? This video doesn't have any content. Man, I gotta be real with you. I'm wait, I'm the bad guy? I'm the bad guy? I'm racist, but she's bullying furries, dude. Bro! She's like, furry? Normal. I don't know, Divine, at this point, I might start yiffing instead of going into this content. This is fucking... It's pretty... Okay, retard. Sure, dude. Okay. What the fuck? It's like... This content's dumb as hell, dude. Like... So let me get this straight, okay? You can just literally... So wait, you can just literally say, fuck, you could call someone a neo-Nazi? Is that how it works, right? Is that how it works? You can just fucking literally say neo-Nazi and shit and call it a day? That's fucked up, man. That's pretty wild, dude. That's pretty wild. I don't get it. I just so like this is the channel that she's like defending like crazy. So if you don't know, this is like Lisa Gaming, all right? So this has to be fucking satire, okay? I'm sorry. This is satire as shit. Now, let me tell you why this is satire. I'm starting a cult and religion, Lisa-ism. I'm a god. Okay, we're gonna skip past this. Copyrighted music. How dare you disrespect my religion? Anyways, take this card. if you consider joining us. Okay, takes. I'll think. Oh man, dude, this is pretty cringe, dude. This is pretty cringe, bro. Maybe I should join this religion. It might motivate me to be successful. Okay, sure, dude. Well, what the fuck? Okay, join it. Come on. They're on fucking mobile, bro. What the fuck? They're on mobile. Enters. Okay. Dude, like, if my dad walked in on me, like, 10 years ago or some shit and I was watching this, I would literally have a tab of, like, just fucking 3 dudes fisting each other's asshole with, like, fucking, you know, like, a cayenne pepper on their hands. And that'd be, like, way more fucking explainable than this shit. You know, did I ever tell you guys this? There was a video. You want to know a video that my dad walked in on me on? It was the hardest thing for me to explain. All right. So, you guys know that I'm a pretty fucking heavy Christorian, right? You guys know that I follow my Christorian shit like no tomorrow. I'm going to show you guys the video real quick. Let me just connect into it. Where's the video here? Yeah, let's find the video. So, when I was a younger boy, my dad walked in on me watching this video, okay? So, like, this is a video my dad walked in on me. Like, I was doing my homework, all right? And, like, this is the video my dad came in on me on. So I had to, like, really explain to him, like, what the fuck I was... My dad, honest to God, thought that I was watching, like, a fucking beheading video here for a second, right? Dream's not in here, is he? I can't see him. So, actually, if Dream is here, it'd be interesting to get Dream on the fucking Discord or whatever and talk to him about it. Don't call him a cheater, guys, okay? Like I said in the beginning, alright? In that whole thing, you can't disprove or prove anybody. It'd be interesting if that's the case, actually. But yes, if Dream is here, we were actually watching the response video. And to be completely real with you, I wasn't completely sold on the whole thing. I feel like it's just a lot of, like... It felt like mudslinging on both sides, but you know, if we want to sit here and kind of discuss it, we can. It'd be interesting. Oh, wait, you fucking followed me? Holy shit! Holy fuck! I missed this, dude. This is whole thread. Sorry. Oh man, I'm an asshole. Holy shit. Are you in the stream right now? He DM'd me like a week ago and I didn't fucking respond. I'm such an asshole. Damn, that fucking sucked dick. Oh, man. Oh, shit. You want to come on Discord for... Yeah, actually, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man, we can chat a bit about this. Yeah, I guess Dream is coming online. Are you guys okay with that? We're gonna have Dream on over here, so let's fucking... let's fire up Discord real quick. We're gonna have Dream on the call real quick. Man, I feel so fucking bad, dude. I feel ah! All right, let's get Dream on here. Fuck it. Let's talk a bit about this to Dream. Why not? Oh man, fuck. That's interesting. Send me the Discord tag. Sure thing. Sure thing. It's... Just have Chris Chan pop up on my screen right now. Motherfucker, dude. I hate... Oh, here it is. It's... All right. Well, we're gonna have him on here, and we're gonna have a discussion with Dream, and we'll have a quick talk about it, man. It's gonna be cool. To be fair, all right, you guys know what I've said. Boss man, thanks for the 50, brother. Jesus. It's not Dream. It's one of those Roblox hackers. No, it's actually Dream. It's Dream. I can confirm it is, because it's Dream's Twitter account that messaged me, and I fucking left him bad. All right, here it is. Dream sent me a message. Pending. Where is he? Can't find him. Oh, here he is. He's like a different account and everything. Yeah. Alright, and just gotta make sure there's no like weird servers on my thing. Alright, default. He's gonna have to deal with a shitty microphone from my end. But alright, you guys have to let me know if you hear it.
Oh.
Hey man, what's up?
How's it going?
It's all going good, man. I finished watching your response thing not too long ago. First off, I want to apologize for completely ghosting you on Twitter. That whole notification. So
No, that's fine. Yeah, I figured you just didn't see it. I mean, I wasn't thinking about it much.
Dude, I swear I bought an iPhone recently, and like the notification compared to my old Samsung is so fucking terribly bad.
Yeah.
That everything just amalgamates. So anyways, yeah, I watched the entire like sort of thing that you had. So like first real thoughts, I've said it pretty much outright that like you can't prove it one way or another pretty much because like being a computer scientist, like when you got to the point where you talked about like file alteration, I was like, yeah, it's true, but like it's also very easily moddable. So it's like,
oh, of course,
it is.
I mean, everything. The thing is, the problem is that, and the reason that my original work was just so terrible, is that I've never really been in a situation where I'm like hopeless, where it's like I can't do anything. Like there's nothing I can say or do that proves me innocent. Or in like another situation, it'll be like, oh, like here you're faking a video and here's a scene that's weird. And I go, oh, well, here's an explanation for that. That's exactly proves that this is not true. In this case, it's like there's nothing I can do. So in my mind, it makes me, you know, it feels like I'm backed into a corner. You know what I mean? So it's like.
So I made the point, right, where I was like, you know, realistically, you could have not mentioned it and it would have blown over, right? So I use that as a point to say, like, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, when I make the point, I should have elaborated further to the chat over here, that it's like, it's more into the sign of innocence, because it's like, even if you didn't have to mention it, it definitely hit you, because you are a speedrunner first, content creator second, if I'm going to assume first, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing that I mentioned in the video, which isn't really that important, but like obviously I haven't uploaded a speedrun in a long time, and I really, I don't know, I speedrun for fun mostly, and whenever I was doing speedruns, like, and I uploaded to my channel, it was very like, the community was much smaller than it is now, and my times weren't that impressive. Like, I mean, they were impressive, but they weren't like that impressive. Like the times that I was doing were like, oh, I'm chopping trees for 10 minutes, and it's like that's in a speedrun now that'd be like a, you know, 1,000th place time or something. Like, it's not, when I originally started, I was, you know, it wasn't too impressive, obviously.
Yeah, but I mean, Jesus Christ, like when you first started the video off, you're like, it's a 1.75 million fucking 1 out of 7.5 trillion chance of getting your way right, and then you provided more statistics. So you ended up getting a fucking PhD from Harvard into this shit?
Yeah, so that's something that I think is obviously there's a lot of people that independently are saying, oh, well, you know, he could be lying about this, and I think to me that's like, it's kind of a ridiculous thing to lie about, like, oh, hey, I got this guy and he's a total fraud and I'm lying about this or whatever. It seems ridiculous to me. One thing I have thought about doing is sharing his credentials with certain people and sharing, you know, his identity with certain people that are sworn to secrecy or whatever. But obviously, when you're talking about something like this, that's going to be seen by potentially 10 million people. Like, obviously, you're not gonna want to smack your name on it like that. To me, it's like I didn't even mention it, but if he had not mentioned being anonymous, I would have probably said, hey, you should, just because you know things could happen to fans online. Like, people are crazy.
Well, yeah, you've got fans from your side and people from not your side, and they all just brigade somebody for their exact. So yeah, and anonymity is fucking expected. I mean, I just made the point on I just made the point on video. I'm like, you must have fucking paid this dude a fair bit because you were listing his credentials off. I'm like, shit, man, this fucking dude comes out from Harvard, and it's just like, all right, yeah, I'll debunk it. So he's the one that wrote the new the PDF file, right? Like the new report.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this report. It's like recently, like, all the drama and shit has been in like a Google Doc, but I gotta give you guys credit over here in the Minecraft community. You guys literally have produced like fucking a PhD research paper of like fucking drama, which like.
Well, I think the Speedrun WOD team set the standard for that because they did that, you know. So it's something where if I come back with anything less, then I you know, I'm less credible than they are, if that makes sense. So it's kind of become kind of a battle of you know, scientists or you know,
so like, all right. So when I was watching your video, I gotta be real, like, in the first 4 or 5 minutes, it felt like, yeah, you're giving me numbers and you're giving me like somewhat examples. I mean, like, I wish the examples were better presented in it, because it's like, it felt like a lot of formulas and numbers going above my head, and like, I'm pretty decent with math. I'm not a fucking I'm not a statistics guy or anything. My forte was mostly in like calculus and shit from the engineering side. So like, when I was going through it, it took me like a little second to process it. But like, okay, so the video itself, and I'm sure you've already heard it, it felt like at the end of the day, it was a very passive aggressive, which again, understandable, right? People are calling your fucking, like, you know, character out. You're going to be fucking pissed a bit about it. However, you know, it felt like a big video. Like, it felt like the majority of your response on like every single video out there was just, it's like, listen, there's no concrete evidence, but like, fuck these guys, I'm right kind of mentality. I'm getting the same vibe from everything. And I just, you know, that's the one thing. And unfortunately, I can't shake that vibe off, because you can never have 100%, you know, conclusive fucking evidence about this kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I guess I wasn't going for like the, oh, fuck these guys, I'm, you know, I'm right and they're wrong or whatever. I guess but because of the way, I think this is the core issue, is that I think that usually, like, when they were, you know, unverify a run or ban somebody or remove a run, it's not like a big thing. Like, they don't make a YouTube video about it, they don't make an announcement, but because it's me, they have to, because if they don't and they just do it, then people are going to be pissed. Like, all my fans, you know, even whether it's them blindly following me or it's them actually having a reason to be mad, they're just going to get mad. So obviously I feel like they felt like they had to, you know, cement, like, hey, this guy is 100% a cheater, and here's why, and here's our explanation. Here's like a detailed video, and here's, you know, we spent 2 months editing this, and we spent 2 months on this report, and we had a group of 10 people. So I feel like it kind of forced it to be, my response will have to be even stronger and even more confidence in that way, where there's certain things where I can present things in a way where it's the most digestible to the average person. And my goal was just, hey, my math is by far my least favorite subject. It's by far my weakest point in any, I guess, like, skill, I guess. Like, I suck at math. And I will openly say that. I suck at math, and everything I've ever said, I said in that video in terms of math is just things that I saw or things that I heard from the report. So I'm just relaying information in the way that I think is the most digestible. And obviously, yes, things are tilted or said in my favor because it's my defense video, and that's kind of the purpose of making a defense. But yeah, my intention wasn't to shit on the mods, but it was to say, hey, you know, maybe you know, just believe everything you're told, whether it's from me or it's from them. You just shouldn't hear it, you know, oh, bunch of data, and then go, yeah, this is 100% correct. I don't know if that makes sense, but
fair enough. So I'm sharing my screen to you right now, right? You're seeing like this Reddit post. Have you read this, by the way? Like, this whole like Reddit.
I actually DM'd the guy who wrote it. I actually forwarded his thing to the author of the document. So I don't, like I said, I suck at math. I have no idea to refute any of it. I'm sure some of what he said is accurate. I'm sure some of what he said is inaccurate. I don't know enough really to come. Hey, I forwarded this over to, you know, I forwarded over to know what he's doing, and I can wait for him to respond. But
so he didn't update it for you or whatever. Your physicist, or
update what?
Update you on this post, or is that still like, you know, just running through the?
I this was like an hour ago. I mean, I slept up all night editing and stuff, but yeah, ago, I forwarded it to him, and I'm waiting to see what he says, but I have no idea. And obviously, I think that the guy who wrote the post does seem seems credible, but also, I know the guy that wrote that is author of the original post is also credible, so I know it's kind of like it becomes like a kind of situation.
But that's sort of the core of it all, right? Like at the end of the day, it's like people who are already looking at this, and I've said this like before you came on, but like people have already made up their mind, right? Like either you're going to be for you or against you or whatever, and that's pretty much what it is. So like since you're here, I think like the biggest banger is like everyone has been tossing. Have you watched this Dark Viper AU video? Like the response?
I did. I did. I wrote a comment on his video. I said, hey, you oh yeah, I said go as hard as you want. Like honestly, I'm telling you that as well. Like I don't care. Be as hard as you want. I honestly don't care. I'm open to talking about everything.
All I know is like, so my thing about this is like, all right, fine. The math is something that's just it's going to be one of those things where like, when you provide the evidence, right, in your video, and these people provide the evidence in their video, I think a case can be made that everyone is providing enough evidence to make themselves look better in their respective videos. That's from what I'm gathering.
100%.
So, at the end of the day, right, like, there are so many fucking permutations to all of this. There's so many ways this can be calculated. At the end of the day, right, like, trying to figure this out is going to be hard, because even if it's so hard against your favor, right, like, it could be, like, 1 out of a 9 trillion fucking chance. And you know what? If you ask me, like, is a 1 out of a 9 trillion chance possible? I'm probably going to tell you, I think you cheated, right? Like, that's just what probability looks like to me.
I said that at the beginning of the video. It's impossible.
However, to see everyone on the internet who's like, okay, that's a guaranteed cheat. And it's like, at the end of the day, dude, there's still a chance that you didn't. So it's like, you can't definitively go one way or the other. At the end of the day, there's going to be a fucking cheat. There's not going to be a cheat. Then you got to look at the next thing, right? Where you bring in like, can files be modified? Can like, all this data. I feel like that was almost a moot point. Like it felt like a bit deflective in it, because it's like, you're going to have people watching your videos, right? And I want to say that a majority of the people watching your videos are not going to be data science. They're not going to be fucking computer scientists. They're probably going to take everything at face value. They're going to be like, all right, he showed me metadata, right? And that's enough to like sort of calm people over. But then I feel like in that, it's you should have probably went hard. Maybe that point should have overall been omitted, because it's like, it's so easy to spoof and it's so easy to like miscalculate that like to an average like computer scientist who will watch it, they'll be like, all right, I don't know why we need to spend 4 minutes on a point that can easily be disproven in 4 seconds, right? By like anybody.
Well, what I will say is that that's true for the jar file, because that was uploaded recently, and that's something you could potentially go and modify, or obviously I was watching when I came on your stream, you were talking about something about that where you can modify the dates or whatever. But I think that what does hold a little bit more credibility is the world file, and the reason for that is that the world file was uploaded to Google Drive before the investigation even started. 2, the world file was uploaded shortly after the run, because before that I was on good terms with the mod team, so they messaged me and said, hey, can you upload your world file? I was like, sure. I uploaded my world file, I sent it to them, and you can see when it was uploaded on Google Drive. So to me, even though technically could I have potentially edited it? Yes, I could have, but also on speedrun.com, if you go to their website and you find their list of things that are talking about how they verify a run, one of the things they say in their document is that world files are extremely hard to keep consistent and change. And so that, somebody could potentially go through and do it, but it's very hard, and it's hard and you get away with it. And so in my mind, the fact that they openly admit that on their website, and I uploaded this file before the investigation, and I did it right after the run was completed, makes in my mind that it was a good enough point to put in the video and say, hey, take of this what you will. I think that this, it doesn't prove that I'm innocent, but it says, hey, this may point to the fact that that piece of evidence that they used in their video, which was talking about the Fabric API, may be irrelevant as well. So it's not necessarily saying, hey, this proves that I'm innocent, but it says, hey, this may cast doubt in your reasoning of, hey, do you think I used a mod? Hey, this may cast doubt in that. But
so going to the Fabric file, right? Like what you guys did was you assessed a lock file in this case, right? Like my whole reasoning is when you look at things like lock files, right? It's incredibly easy to manipulate a lock file. So, there's a very possible chance, there's a very real chance that you could have used a mod, right? And you could have easily went to the lock file, removed those lines, right? And I mean, like at the end of the day, it's not hard to edit that, and it's not hard to modify, and it's not hard to change the time of modification on the file to a metadata level. So like anybody that looks at it can say, okay, this file hasn't been tampered with, or that's why we don't really go around with like tampering of files on this computer side, because there's just no concrete fucking way to prove that kind of stuff.
Well, let me say,
go ahead.
I guess the reason I mentioned the file is there's 2 things. So one thing is that you don't need Fabric API to run Sodium or the performance enhancing mods, but I was running Fabric API. I was Fabric API, which I admitted to before they knew this. is that they can look in the logs and they can see that I was running Fabric API. So the way that I was thinking when I made the video is, hey, like, why would I guess logically in my mind, I go, why would I not edit out the fact, if I edited that log file, why would I not edit the fact that I was using Fabric API, what they claimed is a mod creation tool, but edit out my mod, if I was using a custom mod. So that was kind of my thought process of like, well, if I did edit the log file, why didn't I edit it more and just make it so they couldn't even accuse me of using Fabric API? Because obviously it does Fabric API is
well there is a case to be made that if you modify something, like if it looks pristinely normal, right, obviously it looks way more shadier on your side if you had it completely edited. Like if everyone, like in your video, you're like, everyone uses Fabric, right? Everyone uses these like mod tools to give themselves higher frame rates or like, just get the game running bug free. So it's like if you got rid of that and you were consistently using it before, it'd be just shady on your end to get rid of it. But I mean, that's why removing enough of the information could be kind of believed, right? That's sort of like what I'm getting at this point. I'm not saying that you did it, but it's like when we have literal evidence, that's this circumstantial, right? Where like the thing with all this computer stuff is we can't prove one way or another. We can't be right one way. So we have to like take every single thing into account. Yeah. And that's unfortunately the only way that we can go. So aside from that, when I watched all the responses from every single person, because everyone had their fucking take on it, everyone assumed everything, everyone on the internet either went to hating you or siding with you or whatever. They went to the speedrunning community. They were like, you're absolutely right one way or the other. And with me, I'm like, dude, the evidence, it's just fucking circumstantial. I can't prove it one way or the other. So all I can really come down to is like the interaction between you and the mod team. And it just sounds like it's this hostile, like passive aggressive stuff, which is understandable. I mean, they brought, character into question, and that's going to piss off anybody. But that's really the only thing that's like just... Yeah,
well, I saw when I saw his Viper's response or his reaction to it, and he was mentioning that, saying it was like split personality or whatever. It was two different people. I was like, yeah, you're right, it was, and the reason for that is I guess I'll give a good analogy. I guess I saw a comment about Among Us that was, I guess, a semi good analogy, but when I was originally getting accused. I obviously, me from my perspective, let's just pretend that you're in my perspective and hey, I'm 100% innocent and you know that, and you're being falsely accused, but you're being falsely accused on the basis of statistics, and you suck at math. So from my perspective, I have nothing that I can say other than like, hey, this must be ridiculous, because there's no way, like, and especially because I understand math enough to know that 1 in 7.5 trillion is impossible, right? Or mostly impossible, to the point where it's not reasonable to believe, a Minecraft YouTuber over, hey, stats that say 1.7.5 trillion. So in my mind, I'm going, hey, that must be wrong. So what's the explanation for that number being wrong? And my explanation in my mind is, they must be biased. They must be doing this on purpose, whatever. And that's my initial response. And then I sit back and think about it after I have time to think and go, hey, that's probably not what they were doing. They probably, honestly, were trying to do their best job to, keep a cheater out if there was a cheater, and they did analysis on it. And it's not their fault if they made mistakes. And so once I sit back and realize that, then I go, okay, you know what? I was an asshole, and I did stupid things. I said dumb things. But my initial response was respond to this, call them biased and whatever, just because that's how I felt. And that was wrong of me, and I shouldn't have done that. But I don't think it's two different people. I just think it's one person. It's a reasonable person that reacted super poorly at first, and then went, hey, why were you being an asshole? And then stepped back and went, yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
I mean, it's also a response that happened like 12 hours within the actual call out. So yeah, I mean,
there's only one thing. Yeah, that was one thing I didn't like about that he said in his video. That was one thing I disagreed with. So he said it was happening over weeks, and I was like, well, there's only two separate instances where things happen. There was one within like the first 2 hours of the video being released, where I commented on his video and I said some things to him in the Discord which were rude, and I tweeted something out. And then there was one tweet from like a week before then, and I guess there's a whole explanation to all these stuff, but the tweet that I said a week before then was about, hey, it's biased and they shouldn't be looking into it and whatever, and that was dumb. But they hadn't come out with their report yet, so I only after a couple hours after the report was released, that's when I kind of had my moment of realization where I went, okay, maybe this isn't as big as I'm making it out to be. I should just calm down and
I mean, I feel like in that case, when you put it that way, they kind of just baited this like entire response video out in a way, right? Like they got you to give a over the top emotional response, and now you were kind of like fucking balls in your court, motherfucker. Time to answer the way that we want you to. So yeah, I don't know. It's a situation where like honestly, like I guess
as further context, this is something else that I don't think anybody really knows. This is that I had asked you. I had a feeling that because Geosquare has a YouTube channel, obviously, and he on the mod team he ran his YouTube channel before this, and I was thinking, I was trying to think, like, I was like, how are the mods gonna like, what's the most likely way they go about this? Like, what's the most likely way that they go about posting this? And he had a decently large channel. I thought probably gonna have Geosquare make a video. I ended up being right, so I messaged him preemptively, saying, like, talking about it and saying, hey, just like, I don't want to escalate things. I don't want to, I know that I already said things on Twitter, but I don't want a video to be made. I would like if we can handle it in private. And his response was something along the lines of, okay, thank you for your advice. Video comes out like 2 days later with no warning. So that's my initial response was also kind of feeling like, what the hell? Like, I was trying to prevent this, and this happened, and now I'm gonna have to be now I'm gonna have to, like, cause
all right,
things.
So right there is the thing, right? Like, when you say it like that, it almost sounds like you're just sort of shifting, like, the blame almost, like Geosquare, like, how they're like, these guys. I was very cordial dealing with these people. They fucking made the video on me, and it's understandable.
Well, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't cordial dealing with them, but sometimes I was, but other times I wasn't. But.
Well, I don't want to say, like, behind the scenes. I don't want to, like, I don't assume that you were talking shit to him, like, just just really angry at him on that point. No, but, like, obviously, I understand the emotion behind it, right? Like, when the fucking fire is lit up your ass and, like, you're on the spotlight, of course you're gonna make some mistakes. It's gonna happen. Everyone makes those fucking mistakes. But, like, I don't know. What's next for this, though? Because do you think he's gonna make a response to your response? And I mean, now you've got, like, two sets of, like, statistics experts. Like, you got it on Reddit, you got it on, like, his side, you got the speedrun people. Like, at this point, it's just gonna fucking keep going on.
Well,
like,
this was my thing. Is in my video, I said, hey, look, I'm just gonna accept the fact that my run was removed. I don't want to contest it. I don't want to officially go and submit a request or anything to have it put back up. I'm fine with it staying that way. And I also said multiple times in the video that the expert that I consulted with said, hey, there's no one right way to do things. It's fair to have a healthy debate about any statistics and methods and everything. And so my thinking is they're going to come out with some post saying, here's why we believe that ours is more accurate, and here's why we believe that these are the wrong ways to do things, or critiquing the report that he made, and then I can come back with a just maybe a paper on Twitter or something showing what the response is to that, and then just leave it at that. And I think that it's kind of it just becomes a, hey, if you want to believe I'm a cheater, then you can believe I'm a cheater. That's fine. If you want to watch my content because you think it's entertaining, that's fine. I don't think it was a major part of my content, actually going and officially speedrunning, and that's the reason why even the speedruns that were all investigated were done on Twitch and never uploaded anywhere on any of my channels. So that's kind of the mindset I have with just trying to end it, is just being like, if you're on the mod side, you can be on the mod side. But I believe that you should have a reasonable doubt that this is accurate. And when unverifying a run, that's perfectly fine. But when calling somebody a cheater or attacking them and saying, oh, you were 100 million% cheated, I don't think that's fair. But that's my perspective. So where I'm hoping it ends, I guess. But
so after your response, like, no matter what anybody else is going to say, you're just, like, content with whatever their final decision is. I mean, obviously, at the end, you don't want to be called a fucking cheater about it, but I don't know what their response is going to be. They're probably they either stop contesting it, they either keep their ground, or they'll double down. You'll never know what the hell is going to happen. So, I mean, shit.
Yeah, I guess.
But I mean, you'll weather the storm. I mean, fuck it. It is what it is.
Oh yeah, that I'd be like, okay, that's ridiculous. As if they made another video, because I'd be like, okay, make another video, because obviously then you're talking about seeing, because the way the YouTube algorithm works, you're talking about millions of people seeing a video, and then it's like, okay, well, now I have to make another video and spend however on it and do all this stuff. So that's the only scenario where I'd be like, okay, this is kind of it's back and forth with us.
They're gonna make another video, so honestly, you should probably fucking prep for that.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will, because I think that their whole thing in regards to the first video is, hey, we're doing our jobs. And at this point, with me saying, hey, I don't, whatever, runs unverified, that's fine. I don't think that there is a reasonable excuse for them to do that outside of, with them still being able to say the same thing of, hey, we're just doing our job. And then it kind of becomes more of a, hey, we're proving Dream wrong, versus like, hey, we're just doing our job as speedrun moderators. But I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. I wouldn't expect them to make another video.
I mean, there's just a lot of statistics. Honestly, at this point, I feel like what's better is if, like, you and the speedrunning community just, like, I mean, at this point, I'm so invested into this that I'm willing to just get a third party myself and, like, have it independently analyze your entire, like, no speedrunning community, no you, just have, like, an independent third party just check this out and form our own fucking opinion. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, man. Like, if you ask me about your video and his video, that's another thing I didn't think of, right? Because, like, we're literally just getting, like, we're getting like results and algorithms from each party that is like invested into it, right? Like, look, I'm not gonna fucking jump into the conspiracy theory bandwagon, but it's like, listen, obviously on each side of the wagon, you're experts, you know, they're it's not like you're gonna get an expert that's gonna fucking write a report that says, yeah, fuck you, by the way, you're wrong, and then you'll publish that. Like, let's be real, that's not gonna happen. Same thing for the speedrunning community. So it's like, it's probably better if we just had like a third person, like a third independent party, like just fucking vet this out and then like post their results. And you know, after all of that, fuck it. If people want to believe you or they don't, that's really what it comes down to. But at least that those facts have been independently verified. They have been checked, and nobody can do anything. Nobody.
Yeah,
can,
I think the only problem with all of this is that, like, even if you get it in, like, let's say you get an independent party and they say, oh, the odds are 1 in 100,000 or something ridiculous, or obviously it would never be. Like, I feel like there's no point with like statistics where you can just take something. Because there could just be another independent third party that goes, oh, well, no, his is wrong. And then another independent third party goes, no, his is wrong. And I think that the reason that it's so complicated is that there's no one right way to do things. So the things that they say are most favorable in their opinion. And so there could be someone else's opinion that says, well, this is the most favorable, or this is the most favorable. And because the whole thing is that you're not talking about the number. Like, the default number cannot be debated. It's something insane. It's like 1 in something trillion that would happen. But the thing is, what are the odds that you would see it happening is what they're trying to calculate. And so you're trying to factor in all these different bias. What are the odds of us seeing this? What are the odds of it happening to a speedrunner? What are the odds that it happened with 2 different pieces of RNG, the blaze rods and ender pearls? What are the odds? And you're trying to, it's all these specific things that are like insanely hard to actually calculate together and get a correct odds of. And so it's always going to be debatable. And so my point with my video, which I guess I didn't make a good enough point of, is like, hey, yeah, don't trust any of this. And I tried to have a lot of parts of the video where I said statistics are hard, statistics are complicated, they're misleading, they can, you can make, I think someone said, there's like a quote where it's like, if you torture the numbers enough, they'll lie, or if you torture the numbers enough, they'll do what you want, or something like that. And that's kind of, I think that is the truth. So even with an independent third party, I'm sure there's 100 other independent third parties which disagree with them, and then the same for them, and the same for them. And it's just like a never-ending cycle, which is why I'm kind of hoping that the end ends up just being, hey, look, you can interpret it as you will. I don't care enough to, get into a 10-year debate on whether or not, there's statistics. I know that I didn't cheat, and that's why I'm confident enough to say, hey, I think if the stats are looked into enough that there can be a flaw that's discovered, even bigger than the ones that are mentioned in the report that I make, because I think that even those numbers seem ridiculous high to me, even though they could be true.
Right.
And so I'm just going, hey, you know what? People want to look into it as much as they want. That's fine. Everyone can look into it. I hope people do.
So this is what your response really should have just been, right? Like, when you watch your response, okay, and we the point is, when we watch your response, we'll hear all the jokes and we'll hear like the lighthearted and the deflection, or at least that's what people see, right? Like, it feels like it's like, believe me first, believe this person last. If all your response was literally just providing those numbers and then telling people literally what you just told me, like, hey guys, the numbers I provided you are done under a control study I did. They did their own study. We could have like 10 people do their own variances of a study and we would get to the same fucking conclusion, that it is impossible to prove whether I cheated or I didn't, right? Now, at the end of the day, right, like, all your response really should have just been is like, listen, you're either going to believe me or you won't believe me.
Well, but you know how YouTube works. Like, you can't do that. Like, and that's the thing. That is true. I know how YouTube works, and I know that if I do that, people are like, all the haters are just going to be like, well, see, the only reason he's saying that is because he has no proof he didn't cheat. And so it's like, it just becomes this thing where I'm kind of forced into something that I don't want to do. Like, if I was, before all of YouTube, if I was just making a response to this, like in normal life, that is the exact response I would have. It would just be, hey, take it as you will. I didn't cheat. I'm sure that there is a more accurate statistical analysis that shows that I didn't cheat. And you can go to, hundreds of different people that all have different responses. But the problem is that you can't, like, in the way YouTube works nowadays, and the way YouTube has worked for a long time, is you can't do that. Like, you just can't. Like, you can't just say, hey, it's he said, she said, and just believe me, because then people are gonna tear apart that and say, well, we shouldn't believe you. Who are you? Who are you to believe? And so it just becomes, it's better to present it in the favorable way to me, where I say, hey, here's the evidence that I believe points to the fact that I'm innocent.
Yeah, but like that. Okay, so you just said presented in a favorable way, but like, dude, the haters who, if a hater comes to your channel, they're not people that are sitting there like, I'm gonna watch a dream video and I'm gonna watch his response, and if he is right without a shadow of a fucking doubt, I'm gonna switch my sides. I'm gonna fucking vote for him, right? Those guys who just clicked on your video,
which is the problem.
Well, like, okay, those guys who have clicked on you, the people that follow them are already of the like hive mind, right? Like, I look at them kind of like some fucking Metal Gear Solid 4 hive mind. Like, they all operate and function the same fucking way. The moment they clicked onto your response video, they were like, fuck Dream, fuck his response, I'm gonna watch all of this, and I'm gonna fucking leave a dirty fucking comment and dislike. So it's like, you know, you could have presented it that way, and if they were gonna talk that way, you fuck them. All right? At the end of the day, like, the response, because here's what the response isn't. Here's the target audience. It's me, and it's everyone who actually comes into the response, and it's like, all right, let's see a level-headed, you know, non-emotional response. Let's see the facts presented, and let's get some, you know, understanding of what these facts mean and what they are. And like, you know, a week, month down the line, when you get all the haters and the emotional idiots removed from the situation, you come out on top. Versus now that you release this fucking, you know, response, you still obviously came out on top in the grand scheme of numbers, but like now they still have that element to pick apart. So the entire idea of like, you can't do this. Well, yeah, you can't do it. But since you did it the way that you did, ultimately, I don't see any progression in like, you know, the route that you were headed, so to speak.
Oh yeah, right? I think it's the problem of trying to appeal to both. Like you have to appeal to people who are in the middle, but you also have to appeal to people on your side, because the problem before this was that, like, the reason I had to make a response in the first place, and that I can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to ignore this and say, yeah, guys, believe what you want, is because if you don't present an argument for yourself, then the only argument that is being heard is the argument that's opposed to you. So people are, if I were to just say that and say, take it as you will, someone who said something like, oh, we believe you, which the replies to them would just be full with, you believe him, how dumb are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's something that you can't, like, it's hard to avoid that. And so I think making a video in a way where, you know, it targets both people, where, hey, people in the middle will understand, hey, well, this is a little biased towards Dream, but also go, oh, but I see what he's saying. I agree with parts of his video.
That's the win, right? Because like even the people on your side who are going to come into the video positively, they're never going to be converted, dude. They're like, it's YouTube at this point. The internet is kind of like a religion, right? Like, look, I've made mistakes on YouTube, right? Like, I mean, you go months back into the line, right? I made a big mistake. Me and Ethan Klein had a fucking deal, right? I was clearly wrong in the situation, but people that were on my side, you know, they were like, yeah, fuck Muta, he was right all along. Dude, it doesn't matter. On the internet, anybody that wants you to be right will make up every fucking tale in the world to believe that you are right. Yeah, however, that's not who you cater to. That's the last person you cater to, because those people, they lead you in the wrong way. They lead you into a terrible way of thinking. They inflate your ego to the point that you actually will make really big mistakes, right? It starts snowballing. You can't focus on the haters exclusively because you'll never be able to convert them. Fuck those guys. They walk into an entire video knowing full well that they hate you. Anybody in that situation months back who came into a video, it's like, yeah, fuck Muta, I hate this guy. YouTube has a great feature audience. You can like click on anybody's profile and see how many comments and like all the videos they checked on you now. Anybody who literally came onto that video to say shit about me, and that was it. There was no converting it. The only thing that you can do is present the facts normally, level-headed, and just appeal directly to the middle ground. Had you just done that, your entire response would have been like unfucking touchable. Like anybody on the internet that would have made a response to your response, it would be like, it would just be like pyrocynical. Anybody that's providing anything to him right now is just getting fucking shat on, and it's like an entire like minefield. You win 100% in that case, and you don't have to worry about anything else.
I don't know. I see what you're saying. I agree with the whole There's a large subset of fans that will just believe me no matter what, or will believe certain things no matter what, and that's I guess that's why I'm more referring to people who watch my content, but maybe not our fans, but just watch my content, enjoy it, and that are, you know, enjoy my content. And I think that I just think in this case it's a little different, because it's like cheating in a speedrun, which obviously is a big deal, and I think people do care about that thing a lot, especially like in the speedrun community. And I think I don't think my argument would have been as untouchable as you're saying if I had just presented what I'm saying now. And then again, you know, even if they go and you know, rebuke this math, then I can always make another video where I do exactly what you just said. The point is getting it out of the way at first. That way people understand, hey, here's the misconceptions about this previous video. Here's what I think they got wrong. Here's my point of view. And yes, obviously my point of view is going to be biased, because if there's some kind of rebuttal of at least some statistics and people seem to go, hey, look, well, you know, part of the math was wrong or whatever, then I can make another response saying, well, here the guy said again, but go on, you know, a 10-minute talk about like, look, believe what you want. I think that there's no real right answer. This is really complicated to do. We can get 10 independent experts that will say 10 different things. And I think that is fair response. But, you know, I think that's not the response that they took, and that's not the response that I took. I had to take a different response because of the way they responded, which I guess is my thing. I think it's hard to there's so many different variables that it's hard to just be completely objective, because the internet is like such a subjective place where everyone has their own opinion. You kind of have to, otherwise you're going to end up on the losing side of almost every argument you get into online, I guess. But
right.
I guess that's just my though, and I think that everyone has a different perspective on how drama should be handled or whatever.
Well,
but
I mean, at the end of the day, what's different about this drama specifically is that like the stakes in this case isn't, I would say, necessarily the hardest. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's not like somebody is accusing you of being like a groomer or some shit like that, right? Like at the end of the day, this is Minecraft, right? This is a video game. This is a speed run. Like, yeah, sure, we're bringing the question of speed running into the mix, right? And yeah, it's sure, if you're on that extreme end of the internet, I'm sure people over there are gonna fucking have a shrine against you by tonight. But like, when you look at the stakes of it, it's not that high. So I think being objective would have been still the smarter case. And I'm still gonna side on the fact that you have to be on the fucking the objective side, because like, look, a month down the road, if you had just been objective now, you would have won the entire thing. And like now you're going to have like, obviously there's going to be a bunch of channels who are going to make like 30 fucking videos about this tomorrow and shit, right? When at the end of the day, like, had you have just been completely objective, you just provided the results, because like, had you just done that to begin with, this whole thing would have been dead, buried with, done with tonight, no issues about it. But now what you did is you provided the ball to go back into their court, and now they're going to fucking run another analysis. They're going to provide more numbers, because like, when you provide an emotional mix into it, right, they're going to read it way harder than me, right? Like when I looked at your response, I noticed like deflection. I was like, okay, you're really fucking bringing them into question. Now imagine it from their perspective. They're going to watch your video and it's like, yeah, fuck this guy. Look at what he's doing. He's like fucking shitting on us. Now that motivates them to literally tonight sit down and make the other video right on you. So it's like the whole, I guess what you were trying to aim for may very well like backfire on you with how they respond to you later on, because what's the end game of this? They're gonna refine the results. They're gonna present it in a certain way that when people watch the video, be like, oh shit, okay, they're fucking right. I mean, we're talking about statistics in this case. I guarantee 0.5% of the fucking audience watching even understands what the hell we're saying. So shit, I'm just going to believe you because you're saying all the buzzwords and you're really smart about it. That's really what it comes down to. So,
but that, like I said, then it just becomes, you know, then I sit down and make a video, but I actually have more time this time. Like the problem with this is that like the report wasn't done until like yesterday, 2 days ago or something. Like I was trying to get the video out as soon as I possibly could. Obviously my reputation online is getting tarnished around people spamming everywhere. There's videos everywhere, like you mentioned. And so I was like, I need to get this video out. And if I had time to, you know, sit there for, you know, like my normal videos and take weeks where I sit there and actually, you know, do professional editing and make sure everything's perfect, make sure my script is perfect, and make sure that everything is good for this video, that way I can put it out in the perfect way, then it would have been much better. And I think that if they do make a response, then the next time I will take more time, because I recognize, hey, that's the next time my response will be less important to get out quickly. And so I can have multiple statistical analysis by multiple experts and have you know, maybe a longer, more edited, animated video or something. Like I feel like it's something where it just becomes a video battle where it's like they say these stats and then I say, hey, well, no, look, here's these stats. And that's why I think in the next one, if I do make a video about it, I would just present, hey, look, it can go any way. I don't really care. Just think what you want. But here's why I think that it's not fair to come to the conclusion that there's no chance in any universe that I cheated. And I guess I think that I don't think that my video hurt the ability to do that. I just think that it delays the drama a little bit. And that,
well, if they make another video, then I suppose the next video you'll make just has to be completely objective in that case, and that's how you just fucking end it right here, right now. That's what it comes down to. But yeah, no, that's really what it is, man. I mean, I don't know what more anybody can have on this. I think we'll find out more, well, tomorrow, you know, from all the other channels that have a take on this, from potentially Geosquare and everyone else, because he's already like tweeting out fucking posts from that r/statistics, right? So there's dude, any attempt
like, Geosquare doesn't understand statistics any more than I do, most likely. Like I don't know too much about the guy, but I think he's around my age, and I don't think he's I don't know what he's tweeting out. But the problem is that there's a lot of people, like there's only, I think even on the mod team, there's a few people that are very, very good at wrote the report that are extremely qualified and stuff. But there's also plenty of people that you know, that aren't very good at math or that are just involved creating a Minecraft speedrun forum. So I don't know.
Well, I think we're already kind of fucked. Are you reading this that I'm sharing right now?
What?
I'm sharing it to you. I think the hope that they weren't going to respond, that it was going to end right there, is pretty much
Well,
done,
I think
man.
they'll respond.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
respond.
I don't think they'll do a video.
Oh, they're gonna do a video. You know the algorithm.
I think they'd be making.
You
a
know
big
the algorithm. They're gonna make that video, brother. They're gonna fucking. Right now they've got Premiere open. They've got fucking GeForce recording.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they're like they're supposed to be object. I think that making the video would prove my point. That's why I think it'd be a bad idea for them, because I think that I mean, next year and go, well, what point of that video? Like, yes, you could have just released a report in the speedrun community and expressed the things you want to express if you want to, but making their video, like, all they're doing at that point is just, oh, we're making another, then I'm gonna have to make another video, and it's gonna go on and on. Like, yes, I think the video would get tons of views, obviously, but the thing is, I don't know. I think they're smart enough to not do that, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess it really depends on what'll happen, but yeah.
Well,
I think that there's always different perspectives on everything, and I think it'll to, you know, you either believe me or you don't, and I think that's what
it comes down to. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm gonna firmly believe that no matter what evidence you or GeoSquare or anybody from any team provides, there's always going to be a very reasonable shadow of doubt on everyone's character and integrity in this entire situation. So all I can really imagine is it should probably just be ended, you know, so everyone can just move past it in the Minecraft and speedrunning community. However, with that said, though, I'm gonna totally take some of the sides on the speedrunners in this case, because even though that they started, or like they brought this drama to the front, speedrunning has always been an incredibly fucking speedrunning has always been like, whenever you're popularizing these massive games, shaving off a second means like a fucking world record pace or whatever, right, for a lot of these people. So everyone involved in this community, like Dark Viper, I know that he does GTA 5 speedruns, and I, as far as I know, I haven't watched the guy like crazy, but he's like, what, top GTA 5 speedrunner at this point, like one of the top. I mean, when you look at a game as popular as he's doing, he's got to shave seconds off of his time. So for them to get that into it and to like really bring this up, I mean, this is just the integrity of the speedrunning community. That's pretty much what it is. So they might make a video on the basis that, you know, to them this is a massive deal, right? Like, obviously to a grand majority of the people watching, like, fuck it, who cares if you shave like a second off? And to be real with you, even if you faked it, right, I'm not claiming it one way or the other, if you did fake it, I understand, at least from an entertainer perspective, right? Like, you're streaming a game live, and like, obviously the case that people make, it's like, Dream must have hacked so that his streams are more enjoyable. I mean, that's a valid fucking argument.
But it's also like, but it's also one of the things where, like, I get half as many views speedrunning as I do doing other things.
True.
If I wanted to give a more entertaining stream, I just wouldn't speedrun. Like, I do something else, because speedrunning is a much smaller community, with a much smaller audience than like just playing on like a survival server or something. It's so much smaller that I think that argument kind of falls flat. And then if those things are arguments, then my argument is that if I would have cheated, I would have done it 1,000,000 times better than this. I can give you a list of like 1,000 things you could probably get away with without the mods ever having any idea. And so if someone's gonna give the argument of, well, he probably cheated on stream doing this because of the fact that he wants to make his videos more entertaining or streams more entertaining, it's like, well, then you kind of get into more subjective arguments where it's like, well, then why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? Whatever. And I think that's where you should, like you said, be objective. Like, I think it's more fair to argue the objective things where it's like, hey, the stats speak for themselves, or here's our opinion on the stats, which I guess isn't entirely objective, but it is mostly.
I honestly feel like we need to not have the statistics just checked if the response is made. Not only the statistics being checked, but like what you're saying right now needs to be brought into the video. And maybe like what you're saying right now, like I'm not saying take the emotion out of it. No, I'm just saying like present that the way that you just did right now. So it's like completely objective, right? Like, listen, if the argument that people are saying that I'm trying to make my streams entertaining, you literally told me like you got half the views streaming. If you just mentioned that in a video, like, it's like, all right, that's a pretty good fucking claim. I wouldn't fucking do, like, I know stuff on my channel that gets me like nothing compared to like other stuff. I understand the point, right? Like, I understand the argument.
I put it on the screen in the video. I put it on the screen, and it had the stats for my YouTube videos, and it was like 3. And out of my last 50 videos, they rank like 41st, 40th, and 29th, or something like that. I don't know. It's something around there where it's like they're not. They're very low.
YouTube is so fickle that honestly, had you made that an audio point instead of a video point, it would have flown by way better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's way less people that are watching the video. They just have it on audio while they're playing a game on their side. Dude, it's like that's the problem with the whole YouTube game, right? Like the fucking videos, you gotta get all your juicy points out in like fucking 3 minutes. Otherwise, like people start dropping off.
That's why I think
like
the next
flies,
time
and
it'll be
just tough.
It'll be way more put together. Like
Yeah.
if I have to make another response, it'll be way more put together. I'll have much more time to make sure that I make all the argument. And also like there's some things where like that was a point that I realized, hey, I should make this point while editing the video, which is why I added as text. And then I'm like, I don't have time to go and re-record this and add it in and get more stuff to edit. And because I want to get this video out as soon as I can. Whereas if next time I have time, I can sit there and go, hey, here, this is their argument. How can I dismantle this objectively? And I think that's something that that I will definitely be able to do, which is why I really do want it to end. It's hard to say. It's obviously it's keen of me to say that after I just make my response, but I'm just saying I do want it to end, and it's kind of had to make a response obviously when a video has 2.7 million views, accusing me of something, and it's not even really about necessarily the cheating. Like honestly, like if I was cheating in order to make my streams more entertaining, that's something that like people who know me know that I would just be like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, sorry that was wrong, blah blah.
Yeah,
but in
sorry
my case,
that sucked ass.
It's more that people that if I'm being dishonest, then I'm lying to people. Then I'm not only am I lying to people, I'm lying to my fans. I'm lying to people that support me and saying I'm being misleading and manipulative and blah blah. If I'm guilty, and I think that's more important than just, hey, the speedrun, a speedrun's fake or a speedrun's not fake or whatever. I think it's more like, hey, is this person a dishonest person? Or are they an honest person versus did this person cheat in a block game versus did they not? I don't know.
Like, so, all right, they're going to make a response. Let's conclude all of this out real quick. They're going to make a response. We know that, whether it be a video or a text or another long fucking statistical PhD analysis on the entire subject, there's going to be a response. So, of course, that's going to get another response from you, because with the internet, you got to get the last fucking word in, right? Or at least, sort of toe the line as much as you can. So obviously the next response from you, pretty much exactly what we talked about. Try to make it completely 1,000 fucking % objective as much as we can, and pretty much just leave it at that. And like at the end of the day, it goes back to what I said. You've got 3 groups of fucking people watching this shit, right? You've got the fucking people that hate your fucking guts, and they're like, "Fuck Dream, he's wrong about everything. I'm never gonna fucking fuck those people." You're gonna have the ones who are like, "Dream is 100% right about it all. I'm gonna fucking worship my Dream plushie or whatever the hell is out there." And then you've got the people in the middle, the rational, level-headed ones who are like, all right, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to understand a couple things, I'm going to see, what's right and what's wrong. And those are the people that ultimately you convince, and that's it. And as long as you just focus on that and you win it, dude, I don't see anybody going hard on you on a fucking second response. But
I think once time passes, I think obviously at first it'll be the talk of the town for a week or whatever, and then after that, like I already noticed, like even after, like at this point before I posted this video, I noticed things had slowed down substantially. I was getting far fewer comments and not many at all, and like my Reddit was back to normal, and now it's a hellhole again. But I think I think things that generally with time,
Oh, they disappear with time. It's just really how you handle it in that moment that pretty much cements you going forward, right? Like, I can go back to like moments where I had like fucking, fuck ups on the internet, and I could have definitely doubled down, but I always found out that not doubling down and understanding like, all right, it's time to just, sometimes it's better to like not go emotional into it and just be objective and like learn to give your side while also accept the shit ton of criticisms that the middle like class of your viewers are giving you. Yeah. And in time you come out on top, and not only do you come out on top, but you just come out as a better creator and a better like, I think you grow more as a person by doing that, and that's pretty much all you have to do. But that's pretty much it. Like there's not much more to this, man. Like it's all what it is.
I agree.
It's a block game, all right. To honestly, the funniest fucking thing to me is just seeing all the statistical analysis, because it really made me feel like I was back in college again. Like just like I was writing the exact same fucking PDFs for fucking professors, and now I'm seeing this shit elevated to a level of YouTube drama that I've never seen before. Honestly, if anything, the drama is probably the most positive fucking kind of drama on the internet, because like at the end of the day, like I said before, stakes are relatively like low, and people are going to move past it. And at the end of the day, right, like it's really just down to like he said, she said, but down to a statistical element of a block game. So You know, anybody that didn't agree with you was never going to agree with you to begin with, and anybody that agrees with you was always going to agree with you to begin with. And all you really have to do is go with the middle class of YouTube and see how they deal with
it is really funny putting it into perspective and looking at things, being like, oh, look where what this is all stemming from and where it came from. And it's pretty.
Dude, years ago in the Minecraft community, we had to deal with fucking like rumors and shit, and now we have to deal with statistical probability. So I say that the entire community has elevated to a much more positive fucking element than it has before. So
I saw people mentioning, because like I said in the video, like, I don't plan on speedrunning for the leaderboards anymore, and people are like, oh, it makes him seem guilty, or why wouldn't he defend that? I'm like, to me, it's just not worth it. Like it's just not. It's a pass on me, and I can still do it offline, and I have even recently, because it's good practice. But like it's just not like, when that's something that you can get accused for, and that you know could make you look really bad, that you can't really say anything about, and that it's completely out of your control. And so I'm like, I'd rather have a good YouTube career. I'd rather just completely, you know, not make that even an opportunity for somebody, you know, a team of people to be like, hey, look, this guy who's submitting to our boards, we're banning him or we're removing him. And so I guess it's not. That's why I think it's going to be a new chapter. I think I'm whatever, move on, keep doing my thing. I mean, like I said, I've only uploaded 3 videos ever of speedruns, and I think it's YouTube. It's just important to my character. So I mentioned that in the video, but yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens, but I'm gonna try and do it objectively. That's why one of the things I think I will do is over the next couple of days I'll try and interview with people. I guess talk to people, that anyone who wants to, really, that made reviews or reactions or whatever. Just because I feel like that's a good way where some misconceptions be cleared up. There's like a lot of things that he mentioned in his video where like I cut things off, or there's things that I did in the video that can be seen as misleading, that I can just explain, well, here's why I did that in editing, and here's my reasonable reason, and you can disagree if you want or whatever. I think that's why I think Dark Viper would be a cool person to talk to, because he can go ham on me and say, oh, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Say what you want. I just want to give
I mean, all I know is I went harder on you because of like calling out your, you know, computer science like points into the video. Like I personally feel like the 4 or 5 minutes point that you made with like computer sciences and like, you know, block files and like it's so like I will always sit down and die on the hill believing that like it's so irrelevant because it can be so easily modified and so easily, you know, fluffed up. But like now it's going to be interesting. You've had this chat with me. I feel like you were just fucking cordial about it. Like, dude, honestly, if you just responded the exact same way you did in this call, bro, the entire internet would be in a different fucking like the entire everything would be different. You know what I mean? It's like some fucking butterfly effect type shit. So now if you talk to Dark Viper, because he's like a fucking speedrunner, right? Like obviously you and him are speedrunners. You guys know about like every fucking optimization and like how it works. I've never speedran a game in my fucking life. Unless you call Deus Ex, you know, speedrun worthy. I just feel like I played that game like 100 times in my life, so I just know everything about it. Now that you discuss it with him, dude, he's gonna fucking you'll be fine.
Well, I have no idea if he even wants to talk. I asked him. I have no
You're
idea.
Telling me he doesn't want to talk to the man currently trending the algorithm. Come on.
Well,
come on.
I think it's also, if he thinks I'm like this manipulative asshole, then it is like, it's one of those where, do you really want to give a platform to that type of person? I think that.
Oh, dude, if he didn't, you are speaking from the honorable side of YouTube. That is long fucking dead. That is a long dead side of YouTube. They'll say all the shit. They'll be like, Dream is a fucking asshole, and I hate this man. But the moment you give them a chance, it's like, oh fuck, now I can create a video and title it. Talk to dude. You're literally paying for like fucking just the algorithm boost on that side. Nobody's gonna reject it. It is.
I think he's much less likely to reject it if I just tell him, you know, be yourself, go ham on me. I don't care. You know, you can, to my face, call me an asshole. I don't care. I'll still sit there and interview with you, because I think everyone has their own opinion, whether they think I'm an asshole or they think I'm a perfect human being or whatever. Like I think that everyone's gonna have their perspective, and I'm fine with, you know, whoever.
Well, no one's a perfect human being, and you're definitely way far from a fucking asshole. So I think there's definitely some fucking middle ground here, and I think you'll be just fine, man. Like it's what it is, dude. This is gonna be like, you know, the thing about this whole drama is like, if you just don't stoke it for like 48 hours, everyone just moves on to the next fucking thing. Like if we just open up the Twitter trending list right now, it's different every like 15 minutes. No, everyone just follows some other stupid bullshit. Like right now, Joe Exotic is fucking trending. So, you know, we're switching off every 15-20 minutes.
Thank you for having me, and I will say I have enjoyed some of your content in the past, and that's how I saw your your video on stands, which is why I ended up DMing you. The one that you rudely ignored. No.
Dude, I'm gonna write a dirty message to Apple tonight. Feel like you fucking destroying my notification.
Yeah, I thought I thought that video that you did was incredibly objective and really well made and everything. And yeah, I think you saw my DM about my reply to that. But yeah, I think I've enjoyed. I think you're a cool guy, which is why I thought I'd come on here. And I was watching your stream and I was like, oh shit, he's watching this.
Well, I enjoy your content. Everything goes, both ways. Thank you for even showing up here. Thank you for having a good time. And yeah, no, I'm glad we definitely talked about it. I feel like we learned some more things, and we all, I feel like this is just a fucking great development. So this is just good. I like it.
Yeah,
this has been nice. So
all right,
thank you. All right, man.
Have a happy holidays.
Yep, you too, man. Happy holidays as well. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. What a guy. Well, boys, that was fun. So, I gotta be real with you. I feel that Leafy is back and Weefy rated your chat. It's always fucking Leafy, dude. It always somehow comes back to Leafy. So that was interesting. So I gotta be real with you. I don't feel like I went light on him at all. I definitely said that one of his, one triage of his points, one pillar of his entire points, I feel like were just unnecessary and they didn't hold any weight. I will say there's just no way to fucking conclude any of this. There's no way to really get down to it. But I am foreseeing a juicy response to him from the speedrunning guys. He says that it would be a mistake for them to do. They're gonna make that. They're gonna make that decision. They're gonna make it happen, and that's just pretty much what it is. So, the dream cheat. Honestly, I don't. Honestly, I don't know what to believe or what not to do. I think he might have or he might not have. The problem is it's just completely fucking impossible to prove one way or another. If he did win, if he didn't cheat, he is one of the fucking luckiest streamers, one of the luckiest people speedrunning the fucking game. So the conclusion here is he either cheated or he's just really fucking lucky. And if you look at Dream's channel and you look at how he's progressing, he might just be one of the luckiest motherfuckers right there. So, anyways, kind of to top off the stream, I just want to run some fucking Deus Ex real quick because it's getting to that point of the night where I'm getting a little bit tired myself. Somebody's like, innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty. You're on the internet, dude. The internet hates you no matter what, brother. The internet hates you no matter what. Jesus Christ. This is the thing with the internet, right? You have Pyrocynical making a 3 million view response video. You got Turkey Tom responding 12 hours to it. It's just literally a fucking back and forth. Bro. Body language analyst reacts to Pyrocynical's My Response is one video. Turkey Tom faceplants his response to Pyrocynical. Dude, do you realize how fucking the Pyrocynical stuff is insane? The accusations, allegations. I stand with Pyrocynical. Papa Gut on the Pyrocynical situation. There's one channel here. The internet also likes you no matter what. Oh man, dude, Mangoes, the internet either likes you or they hate you. It's one or the other, man. It's how it fucking works. I just want to see. There's literally one channel here that's Pyrocynical is guilty. What the fuck is it? Pyrocynical is guilty. I'm trying to find this channel right now. Okay, this is fucking. This is insane. Pyrocynical is guilty, and then it's fucking. Dreams merchants, but oh man, oh dude, what the fuck? Where's the curb your furry okay, this is a pretty. They definitely have their fucking mind made. There's yeah, wait, is it that Charmix guy? Is it? I'm gonna show you guys. Is it this guy? No, who's the guy? Who's the fucking guy that made the? I have to show you guys the video right now. I have to show you something. Do I ever see J Station? J Station is back. He is back. J Station's back. He is back. J-Station is alive, and he is healthy, and he is doing everything he can. So J-Station he's back in another channel, dude. He's like right here, dude. He's like an innocent fucking dude now. Look at him. This is all it is. This is J-Station now. 3 true haunted scary SpongeBob.exe videos. Scarypiggy.exe. He's back, just on a totally different fucking channel, and he's alive and fucking well. I'm trying to find like other. God, who the fuck is it? Hold on, somebody's tweeted about it. It's the funniest shit in the world, dude. And you'll laugh your fucking balls off on this. I gotta look at somebody's like media tweets. It's fucking hilarious. It's literally like I have to locate it though. I have to find it. It's kind of hot and sweaty. It's like this one dude who did a 180 within 12 hours on the whole pyrocynical sitch. Can't even find it. I can't even fucking locate it, man. Is this the one? Oh, what the fuck, man? Wait. It's like, this is the perfect meme, right? Like, anytime somebody makes a response, this is the best one right here. You've got, I'm unsubscribing from Pyrocynical after a week ago. I am resubscribing to Pyrocynical. Can I find that? I am Is that even real? Let me find this. Is it Diesel Patches? I don't know. What did he do that was so bad? Oh my fucking god, no way. Oh, he just changed. Oh, that's actually real. That's actually fucking real. Look at it. Look at the bottom. Look at this stuff, right? I am unsubscribing. I am resubscribing. Oh man, motherfuckers will flip every fucking minute of the goddamn day. Oh, I really love the internet, dude. It's so fucking great. It's just the best. It's real. It's fucking real. I have to see this. It's just a phone recording. Subscribe. No way. No fucking way. Oh man, I thought it was gonna be a whole fucking video about. Oh man, it's literally just the. He just unsubbed and resubbed. Oh man, how's my Arch Linux having issues? It's not. I've been having issues with like Pop OS. Somebody who said Pop OS is just a Linux operating system. Every time I update it, and I feel like it had to do with my like RTX 2080 back then, but it just fucked up my like system settings. It fucked up my VMs every time I loaded. So I don't know. It's just not for me. Yeah, this is some fucking crazy shit. But yeah, dude, the pyrocynical situation, it fucking tells you that the stuff is bullshit. It's nonsense. That's what it is, dude. Speaking of Minecraft, let's look at some Minecraft Vor, dude. Let's look at some Minecraft. Oh, what the fuck? Whoa. Ah, shit, dude. This is it's a little trashed here, by the way. I'm just gonna be real with you. That's really gross, dude. That's really fucking nasty. That's really fucking nasty, by the way. Like, well, I mean, fuck it. Let's watch it, right? Happy Tree, a delicious holiday gift. Hold on, I gotta pre-screen these videos. Sunburst hack video is coming out tomorrow. I had to work on it, so that video is coming out tomorrow. Is this? Oh, age-restricted video on community guidelines! I gotta see this. Oh, dude, it got age-restricted. Is there, like, something sexual going on here? Well, I don't know if this is age-restrictable, but she's, like, just eating people. I feel like I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. Ah! Ah! Oh, God, I'm going to hell for this. I'm actually legitimately going to fucking hell. I'm going to actual hell for looking at this fucking bullshit. First found you on Google. I'm glad to see a 55-year-old gamer on the internet. Ah! No. No. Oh, my God. That got 9 million fucking views? No way, dude. What the fuck, man? Honestly, what the actual fuck anymore? What the actual fuck are we doing? Look at this. Request Vor Part 1. That's 9.1 million fucking views. Bros, how do you like lose? This is just what it is, man. Like, this is how you win the internet. Like, what's the point of working hard when all you have to do is post fucking Minecraft Vor? Like, all these people who put effort into their content, the fuck out of here, bro. You're doing it wrong. This guy, that's 2020, by the way. Hi, I'm still hungry. Dude, it's over. It's done. This is it. This got more views than you could ever expect. This is what it's all about, man. Minecraft fucking... This is just Minecraft Vor. She's gonna eat him. Wait, is there tits in this? So, I just want to put this for the record. This is not age restricted, but this is what people are watching, right? This is what Vor is. So she ate the person and ballooned up. This is like just really fucking cursed, man. It's like some... I just feel like I have some fucking... I just feel like I have some wild, like, Minecraft fucking dudes outside my house. Gotta keep this... Gotta keep you on the beck and call there, buddy. Alright, just gotta keep you there. There seems like... World's a fucked up place, buddy. Gotta keep myself safe. Oh, it's so degenerate as fuck. It's legitimately the most degenerate shit that I've ever seen. You're the only content creator I sim for. Thank you, Poopy Paft. Thank you, Just an American. That's pretty much what it is, man. It's a reverse fucking birth. Who's liking the content? 36 fucking thousand people are liking the content, man. I don't know what to tell you. All right, it's pretty fucking. It's pretty well received by the YouTube community. So I'm just gonna be completely upfront and fucking real with all of you guys about this shit. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of just the weirdest shit that I've ever fucking seen in my life. So. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's the stupidest shit that I've ever seen in my life. My God. My God, it's dumb as hell. This is just terrible. This is just really fucking shit content. I have a lack of hope for a lot of these people. And the funny thing is, that was a fucking request, too. That was a request. Local IT guy watches Vor with 8,000 people. Yeah, dude. We're watching some Vor. BJ Choi. Hey, Mooter, can you do the funny laugh sound effect? It has to come naturally. You missed it in the beginning of the video, dude. That was where it is. It just keeps going insane, man. I'm fucking out of here, dude. I'm done with the Vor. I'm done with all of this, dude. I'm done with the fucking Vor nonsense of the internet. Hold on, wait a minute. I just want to see. I just want to see something. I just want to see something if it exists. No! Ah, they didn't make this. Ah! Ah! They did it. Hidden Society, New York. Terrorist bombs protesters. That was made a year ago. Ah! Would you befriend a Muslim? Oh my god, dude. The life of a terrorist. Tanky boy wanted it. All right, let's watch the terrorist video. Oh, it's pretty fucking promising, by the way. When you got it at Bandicut, it's pretty promising. It's a very cheery video for a terrorism attack, right? Well, hold on. They've got Papers, Please. Oh, it's a Papers, Please game. Okay, all right, fair enough. But where's the terrorism? What's he gonna do? Oh shit, he's doing terroristic things, boys. Oh damn, dude. Look at this. Bro, if I was Fox News, I'd be telling you this is some radical shit right now, man. This is the end of the fucking world. Kids are being destroyed. He's dressed up as a ninja. It looks like a shitty counter-terrorist from CSGO. No! Arstotska. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, dude, I'd give my firstborn for this shit. This is the funniest stuff. Only on YouTube can you find some fucking terrorism. Roblox terrorism show up, man. It's crazy. It's the greatest, man. It is. This is what the fuck? Roblox City, London. Terrorist incident in the Grenadier. What? All right, boys. All right, this is to the point where we have just lost the plot. Okay, this is it. This is fucking endgame, boys. U.S. Navy SEALs have to deal with some crazy shit here, right? But when are these operators going to be put into siege, right? Like, look at this, dude. What do you think is like, oh, bruv, we found a hot dog in Westminster. It's like, okay, dude. Oh my god! Holy shit, I literally cannot withstand this shit at all. Oh boy, oh boy! Oh fuck, that takes a second. It takes a second to really fucking figure out, right? Oh my god. Holy shit, if it got even better. No way. Dude, what? There's no content better than Roblox. This is the greatest fucking content ever made. What can you not do with Roblox? Oh, fuck. Alright, let's see the terrorist incident. Maybe it's in the middle of the video. Okay, we got the British Royal, like, fucking soldiers. They're really fucking role-playing it. Holy shit. They're really fucking role-playing this. Oh my god. They're actually role-playing a fucking policing incident going on. They're really role-playing an incident in London. No way. No way. Dude, they got like the fucking Roblox SAS, dude. They've got the SWAT teams in there. That's some dedication. This is good dude, this is hella roleplay. This is like content that I fucking die for. This is the best. This is like actually good content. Like you gotta understand, right? Like, yeah, it's easy to laugh at Roblox, but like, it's a fucking SWAT team roleplay. They're like, granted, his like room clearing skills don't matter. He's a counter-terror specialist firearms officer. Shit, they've got an entire team. They're giving fucking commands and everything. This is art. This is legitimately an art. Like, I don't care what anyone fucking says. This is a goddamn art form. I fucking love this dude. Fucking... You are my new favorite YouTuber. Unironically. This is fucking awesome. It actually is really awesome. Like, sometimes you come across somebody and like, dude, this guy's got like... Dude, can we get him like up to like 10,000 subscribers? Can we get him up to at least... Can we make like I Am Rome Gaming's day? Could we do that, guys? Could we at least make this dude's day? I know there's like 7,600 people watching. Can we make this person wake up with like some positivity? Like, just be like, yeah! Like, come on, man. This guy's like fucking active as hell, dude. He's trying. 3 weeks ago, 2 days ago, this might actually convince him to like make more content. And like, I don't care what anyone says, dude. This is like what YouTube pretty much was. Some content made by people. They were enjoying. They're having a good time. These are just like the average boys, man. This is pretty cool. They make like other content. They do Sea of Thieves. They do Port of... Oh, so they got like train shit going? Dude, they even play Rainbow Six Siege? Mike stuff can use a little work, sure. Because they're not kids.
Oh, hello. Dad. Terrible.
It's alright, Kingston. I'll kill him later for you.
Alright, perfect. Because you got that Cali kill, I like it. I appreciate it. They're playing terrorist hunt. That's cute. That's pretty cool. They're playing T-Hunt. Oh, dude, they're almost up to 7,000, bro. Bro. Oh, yeah. Poggers, boys. Poggers, dude. Poggers. Yeah, I put the link right here. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Dude, you guys are fucking awesome, man. You guys are actually awesome. That dude's up to 7,100, bro. That's dude, that's pretty based. You guys are pretty fucking based right there. You guys are actually pretty hella fucking awesome, dude. I like that. I like it. I'm gonna do this right here. This is pretty fun. He's already up to 7 point. Dude, they're delaying the update. They're trying to verify the accounts. Aw. That's actually really cute. I like it. That's really nice. So yeah, I am Rome Gaming. I'm gonna post that once more. I think I might just pin it right now. Yeah, pin the message, I guess, would be kind of cool. So you guys can see the pin stuff. I don't know, man. It's kind of fun to sometimes, you know. Ooh. Sometimes people on... Oh, they don't have a Twitter or whatever? Okay. Well, fuck. Well, fuck it then. Well, that's the only way you can win on YouTube nowadays, right? Have somebody, like, you know, bring some attention to you. I don't want you guys to subscribe and, like, give these people, like, a fucking chance. They're just role players, man. It's pretty nice. It's always nice to see somebody like on YouTube like just sort of like get attention. Like I literally looked up like Roblox counterterrorism and it like led to a good scenario. That is the only way you can get fucking, you know, YouTube to operate with that kind of, I don't know. I don't know much about the algorithm, so if it fucks them up, I don't know. I don't know, boys. I don't know, boys. I wanted to do something nice for someone. I hope I didn't inadvertently fuck them up. Alright, boys. It's time to finish off with some Deus Ex. What? Don't worry, brother. The fuck? Damn it. If you guys are like, this game is too old, Muta, yeah, it's a game from before some of you all were born, dude. Hey guys, you want to see a fucking insta headshot on this boy? Look at that. Zoom right into his head. BAM! Dude, I'm such a violent little fuck. You are dead, bitch. What do you have? 10mm ammo? Weapon upgrades? Hell yeah, dude. Just slap those fuckers on. This is like my favorite fucking game, dude. This is like my favorite actual game out there. I don't care what anyone says. If y'all haven't played Deus Ex, you guys owe it to yourself. This game is like fucking $10 or whatever on Steam. It's worth everything, man.
That's him. He's a cop.
What? Who saw me? What, motherfucker? Oh, shit. Fuck. No, they got the fucking goddamn... It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. Hey, buddy.
Glad you're not hurt, Agent.
Glad you're not hurt, Agent.
Left us to be surrounded. Risk is part of the job. I think you lucked out this time. Agent Navarra and I were ready to go in, but for no...
This game is actually older than a lot of you guys, man. I'm gonna be fucking real with you guys. Do you like Gundam? I watched Gundam as a kid, but I can't say that I was ever into Gundam. Like, I've watched it as a child, and that's pretty much all it is. Like, and I barely remember anything out of it. I think I played more of the video games than I did actually play Gundam. So, I don't know. It's a weird situation. Long-term fan, keep amazing work. Thank you, brother. Hey, Merry Christmas, Papa Muda. Well, Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. Look up Cyberpunk gameplay on the console. Oh, man, dude, fuck whatever happened with Cyberpunk. I'm actually kind of on Cyberpunk's fucking side somewhat. Well, so, okay, I finished Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think the game is not Deus Ex. However, I enjoyed the 65, 70-something hours I put into Cyberpunk, and honestly... I'm okay with it. That's pretty much all I can say, dude. It is what it is. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys about Cyberpunk other than it's okay. Certainly if you got the Deus Ex franchise, you'd have a better time. I thought the story was okay, but it is what it is. I don't think the game branched in storyline. Like, I was led to believe Cyberpunk would have like super branching storylines, but it's a very linear fucking game. However, I wanted to show you guys something right here. This is hilarious. Cyberpunk 2077 is the game of the year in the same way that Hitler was Time's Man of the Year. Holy fucking shit, dude. These people are insane about this game. It's been a hell of a month for CD Projekt Red. By the way, it's hilarious because they're Polish, right? So they, you know. I beat the game on hard. Not very hard. Just hard. The Polish studio behind The Witcher released this latest smash hit, Cyberpunk 2077, riding a wave of positive advanced reviews that gave it an initial Metacritic score of 91 out of 100, blah, blah, blah. It's at least what the makers of Cyberpunk would have assumed on December 8th, the day after those early reviews hit, but before the game itself was released, because absolutely nothing else has gone CD Projekt Red's way since. Yeah, CD Projekt Red staff endured an extensive period of extreme crunch to ship the game. I don't know how... Okay. Can I just talk about crunch real quickly? Crunch is something that, unfortunately, is a reality of the software development industry. Guys, crunch is something that happens in many industries, right? Like, I feel like the people that complain this hard about crunch don't understand... the sides to it, right? And here's the thing, crunch is 1000% wrong. You should never crunch your developers. But the problem with that is a lot of these video game companies, like the employees, I believe they don't even have fucking unions, which is the really stupid part about this. I'm gonna be 100% real with fucking with crunch. The game industry is the worst about it. Game developers are some of the most passionate fucking developers you'll find because they get paid jack shit in what they should be getting paid. Which is terrible. That's why they need to fucking unionize, because they get paid fucking nothing compared to what they do. And then not only do they get paid nothing, but like the crunch they have to go through is way worse than I would say a lot of the other like fucking software science, computer science field. Now, the people who say like, but they got paid for the crunch, that still doesn't... Crunch really just happens because of like really fucking shit poor management. You know what I mean? Like if your management sucks ass, everything is going to suck ass. So in reality, it's not really the problem of the developers in this case. It's really just having shitty management and shitty bosses. Like, we're talking bosses that literally walk the fuck into an office every day. They take their paycheck. They barely cover. All they do is they check off a list of what they're supposed to do. They never individually go into everything they do with their work and fix it up. So it's really just really shit management that costs it. So in all honesty, the management and the upper people get paid a fuck ton, while these people are crunched to hell. They get no sense of direction, and they get paid shit for it. So these guys really need to fucking unionize. Riddled with glitches and bugs on higher-end PCs and next-gen consoles, is downright unplayable on older consoles. I agree. But however, let's look at the patch for what? Patch 1. It's probably somebody with a 1.06 patch for Cyberpunk. So they just released a whole new patch to the game. And I'm going to show you guys... There's people who upload literal gameplay. So this guy, just 3 hours ago, Testing patch 1.06. Okay, let's see what the game runs like. His video is not an exactly good descriptor. Holy fucking shit, dude. What are you streaming off of? I think he's literally streaming off of a fucking potato. I need better. Okay. Cyberpunk 2077, patch 1.06, base console. It's a lot easier to get it at. Patch 1, base PS4, part 31. Is this a higher quality? It's better than nothing. Let's see this. Holy fuck. That city is dead AF. Oh, dude. The game literally looks fucking different on this. Wow. Okay. Oh shit, dude. It's like legitimately it looks like fucking it looks all right. It looks playable. Oh man. So it's running okay, right? Like it runs fine. I want to see some driving gameplay. Can I see driving footage? That's going to yeah, here it is. Okay, it runs fine. Here, city driving. Let's see what it looks like. Bro, is Cyberpunk on base consoles? Like, is Night City going through fucking COVID or something? Like, do you see how dead the city is? Oh, man, it is... Oh, no. See, you can see, like, you can literally just... Dude, there's, like, literally no NPC, no car. It looks better. It looks a lot better, but, like... Wow. It, yeah, man, it could definitely look. You see how like it needs to? It's obviously. Dude, Night City is dead. What the fuck, man? There's got to be more. Can I see like? Okay, he's in city center, so. Bro, there's no one in Night City. This is COVID 77. There's like 2 NPCs in a fucking car. What the fuck, man? Holy shit. Oh, man. Now they're spawning in NPCs. Oh, man. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh. They should have just literally canceled the game on base consoles. Do you know, I have a theory. So I feel like they had a better version of the game with like AI and like police chases and all that shit. Do you guys want to know what I think happened? I think they downgraded the core tenets of the gameplay so hard just to get it even running on the system. Do you guys know what I mean? They probably had like, this is a fucking lie, okay? Cyberpunk 2077, what is it? 2018 gameplay. This is like the 2018 gameplay. Oh wait, does this have nudes in it? Hold on, I don't want to see any nudes in it though. Yeah, it does have nudes. Hold up. So like right here, look at this shit, man. They dude, even on the PC, you don't get this fucking level of crowds. They probably had this system in play, and I bet you there's a build of this version that exists. They had to cut it down so hard to get it running on the basic systems. That's all. And that cost us all of this in the game. Do you fucking see how many different, like, generated, like, pedestrians there are and how much shit is here? This isn't bullshitted. This is like, this is actually fucking, this probably exists as a build. But like, fuck, they took this game out so hard just to get it running. That's what happened. Like, I mean, legitimately, it's not like graphically it's not downgraded. It's just the AI and all the CPU related systems have been removed. So like this probably existed on the PC version and you could run it, but in order because here's the thing, right? When you release a game for PC, PS4, Xbox One, I might be wrong on this, but there's a parity clause or a parity requirement. Do you guys know what I mean? Where like, aside, like you can't have the game necessarily be fundamentally different between the system, right? Like I think Sony says like if you release a game on the other, or like, sorry, Microsoft will say if you release a game on PS4 it should relatively be the exact same fucking version, right? We're not saying graphically it needs to be the same, because obviously they have to understand that this is the resolutions are going to be different. A lot of things are going to be different, right? But the core functionality of the game must be the same. You can't release, like, they couldn't release a game like this on PS5 and then release it different, right? As far as I know, I think. But if they had another version, right, and they had it on PC, maybe, because here's the thing. If they released this version of it on PC, right, they released this version on PC, like, let's say that, you know, me and you, I'm playing this version on my computer maxed out. Do you know how much that would fucking piss people off? Like, they would probably get sued for false advertising if they just showed this to, like, if PlayStation players, Xbox players bought it and like, wow, we only have 2 NPCs. PC players have all this shit. Like, that's pretty bad. Nowhere are they stating, right? Like, this is fucking... where did they say this video is recorded in 1080p, upscaled to 4K to utilize and whatever? Cyberpunk is set in the same universe. Dude, they're not even telling you it's fucking PC. They're not even telling you it's fucking PC, by the way. They literally did not even tell anyone that it's PC footage. It's literally just fucking... Like, I don't know. It's just, it's weird and fucking deceptive. And I'll show you guys something else too, right? It's also hard to exactly pinpoint it. Because, like, Microsoft had, like, advertising rights for this game. So they were just showing what the Xbox version of the game was looking like. And that was pretty much it, right? Like, this is where the deception plays in. When you look at footage like this, obviously the game is running on PC. But, like, fucking... Do you see in the bottom right how they have, like, a controller prompt? So it's like, I don't know. Somebody could literally watch this and be like, they didn't tell us it was PC or, like, Xbox One X footage. And, fuck, they're screwed. I know I'm not muted because I have, like, levels that I can see. Like, that troll only works on, like, you know, children. So, you're gonna have to, like, try a little bit harder. But, good attempt. So, anyways, they said that it's glitched and shit. There's no indication before the release date the game would be significantly impaired. That's true. They didn't show any footage from the original systems until everyone got their hands on it. All marketing material came from a high-performance machine, which is normal in the business. CDPR tried to exert control over what footage would be made. So, yeah, they told them you have to use, like, specific footage, not your fucking own, as far as I know. Lengthy hype cycle, blah, blah, blah. Cool. It was clear that the game would have a lowbrow. So, this is kind of weird. It was clear that it would have a lowbrow sense of humor that routinely punched down with rampant misogyny and transphobia and the kind of vulgar and juvenile jokes that only seem mature to those weird middle school kids who like to carve naked women onto their school. Okay, this is a really fucking shit point, because if you actually played the game, you would realize that it's actually quite a mature storyline, and there's elements of, like, proper storytelling and writing in it, right? The other thing is that makes this whole fucking point really stupid is if your whole idea is that they make, like, transgender people, you know, like, really sexualized in a cyberpunk reality, that's kind of the fucking, like, that's one of the points. The corpos create this shit. The corpos over-sexualize. It's a mirror of, like, what our society is potentially headed to. Sex is a big fucking deal. People will try to constantly commercialize sex. If you don't understand that, you are a fucking child and you don't understand what's going on. This game wasn't there to give lowbrow fucking sense of humor. It wasn't overly fucking edgy. Maybe the marketing proved it, but that's kind of the nature of one of these games too. It's a cyberpunk game. Other cyberpunk games do it. The only thing that you could call this game out really on is that there was a very distinct, like, I would say, lack of politics, which is kind of important on fucking politics, I would say, right? Like, I don't know. But this whole point is a little dumb, in my opinion. I don't get it. I feel like they're really fucking, like, stretching the shit out of this point. Despite spending years in development and despite accessibility becoming a major focus for other publishers and hardware manufacturers, the developers were so careless that they included a gameplay feature that recreates a technique used by doctors to trigger seizures in those who suffer from photosensitivity. Which, okay, that's pretty shit, and they should probably have had an option for it, but, like, if the game is trying to be realistic, and the brain dance segments, which is where they induce the seizure epileptic shit that they're talking about, that's how the game's lore and how it initially, like, goes into. Brain dance comes from that, right? Like, the whole brain dancing shit derives from it. You do have to elicit these seizures in the player character to cause them to go into a brain dance. That's how they go into. Yes, should they have had the fucking option? Abso-fucking-lutely. But, like, to shit on them for the accessibility option right over there, right? And then like bump up other games, like whatever, dude. I don't really know what to tell you. When one game journalist who personally suffered a seizure wrote about the irresponsibility of including before the game, she was viciously attacked by fans of the game who had never even played it yet. It's a flashback to the kind of hostility and sexism seen during the heights of Gamergate. Okay, I'm just gonna be fucking real with you. You're on the internet, okay? The internet is always gonna fucking do this bullshit. The internet is always gonna fucking be hyperbolic and be serious about it. People who are operating on this internet sphere and making content like this know that this is a very real possibility. Do I discredit all those fucking gamers who do this shit? Absolutely. Those people are fucking losers. They are man-children. They don't deserve to fucking be taken seriously. And honestly, if the school isn't spitting on them already, people are going to be doing it anyways. I don't know what to tell you. CD Projekt Red initially said they planned to put The Witcher 4 as soon as Cyberpunk was up and running. Well, yeah, they can't fucking work on that, brother, now that they got to fix this game. The unbridled gamer hatred was then turned on CDPR itself after the extent of the game's broken nature became evident after release. A few days after, CD Projekt announced that they could get refunds. Sony and Microsoft would help process. Meanwhile, CD Projekt Red stock price dropped a third. And finally, CD Projekt Red revealed that the game has sold 13 million copies in less than 2 weeks of release. This is just a fucking, like, this is just like a bullshit summarization. They just need to get an article out for fucking clicks, I guess. It's really stupid. It's really just dumb. Ugh. Man, chat is a fucking dumpster fire, bro. Who's typing in all these F's, man? God damn. There's a lot of fucking, if I just mute this one person. God damn. Yeah, that's pretty fucked. Muto wins the reward for worst chat. You're right. The chat's pretty much fucking dead. Just a bunch of people writing F's and mics muted. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, man. Chat's pretty fucking gone. Anyways though, I'm gonna end the stream for the night. I gotta get a video ready and edited. So I'm going to end the stream, but before we end the stream, I'm going to give a shout out to a channel, all right? I'm probably going to be streaming on Twitch a little bit more. Maybe like, I'm thinking of making like a daily sort of gaming stream with friends. So if you guys want, you should go to my Twitch channel and hit a subscribe, because I'll be gaming with my friends way more here than anything. So yeah, I'm going to end the whole like stream over here, but if you guys really want to like fucking... If you guys really want to, like, you know, have more streaming, I'm going to have, like, big streams here, but a lot of the gaming streams where we're going to be playing, like, Arch Linux and shit like that, or not Arch Linux, we're going to play, like, Deus Ex and, well, full-on games, I'm going to have over there. So if you guys want to go check out, you know, this, you can, but I'm going to leave it to where it is. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for having, I would hope, a good time. This is me, Mutahar, and